as a potential lottery pick. You know, the same with Bazelis. You know, that tag has been given to him. Almanza, also potential lottery pick. So the G League Ignite have some serious.
Where he played in high school. Here's Samuels, again, misses in close. The rebound to Almanza. And ahead, and big dunk there by Ronald Holland.
You look up and down the roster, the Ignite have the height advantage.
And here's the steal. This is Pate with it, trying for the alley-oop, and got it with Holland. Holland with a big-time dunk, in and out. Almost had his third consecutive basket. Ignite coming back with it. Here's Holland. And Holland couldn't quite get that one to go down. Samuelson had it. It's interceded again. It's Cole with it. Oh, inside to Holland. And Holland up and scores. Holland played on a...
What, John, I know you really care about your diet, but the food here is pretty good, too.
The food is great everywhere in Las Vegas. And you're going to see that one off of Ignite, so it's going to be... Holland tries to split two defenders. And he gets it back. See, that's the motor for Ron Holland that people don't realize. It just never... Holland, we better watch out because Ron Holland's on a mission right now.
He is attacking.
Crossover, gets into the lane, gets the hook, too strong.
Drives the paint. Everybody for Ignite collapse in the paint, trying to give support. And when you kick it out, it's pretty much a wide open shot.
Now, I went to Spurs and I knew we were going to have, I knew where we were going to pick, but I was really excited that Bilal Coulibaly played poorly that night because I was like, man, maybe we can get both of these guys, you know. Right at the All-Star break last year, we saw our guys starting to really grow. And then this year, they have the perception that their guys are growing before the All-Star break. So they feel like they're a little bit ahead.
Hey guys, I appreciate it. Logan Thompson, the goalie for the Las Vegas Golden Knights in the house.
All right. Me that way, take a bucket. You know, you've seen Durant do it. You've seen LeBron do it.
Spurs come out with the zone, and here goes Holland right back at him, and it's tipped in there by Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
So Eric Mika, he's on the bike. He's trying to get back into things. I'm told he will potentially start practicing in the next 2 weeks. So it'll be really good to see Eric Mika back on the floor, hopefully within the next month for Ignite. Air ball and Ignite on a 12-4 run. Holland getting downhill again all the way to the rim. Almanza with a rebound, and he's fouled on the putback.
Almanza always does.
The two off the mark, Ignite forcing them into a tough shot. Here's Holland getting downhill. How explosive is Ron Holland?
He's tough in the open court, where he can do better. They believe in what they're doing. I think Jason Hart has done a tremendous job in coaching them, the patience he's had in the development. I can tell you as a but he's about building and developing them and not just about the winning. And it's hard, it's easy to give in to just the winning.
Holland pass deflected. Almanza has it. 5 on the shot clock. Holland will step into a 3. Knocked down. That just looks smooth for Ron Holland. Off a little funny.
Yeah.
Holland set the feet again. There's his 9th rebound to go along with 11 points tonight. Oh, behind the back. Loses his man with the hezzy. Almanza offensive rebound plus the foul.
Lineup for this Ignite team.
You got the 4 prospects on the floor with Jenkins. Holland, catch and shoot, bang, bang! Ron Holland showing you all parts of his game. Ramsey now with 24 points on the night. There's Holland launching.
In that exchange, Jenkins lobbing up. Almanza is double team, but is able to free the double team. Ron Holland fires 3. in amongst some white jerseys in the Ignite with the rebound. Holland with just a 3, and now he'll add 2 more. 3.2. And they'll give it away. Howard at the buzzer. Almost. Second quarter action. Almost midway through this second quarter, and they're at half century now. Ron Holland takes it to the rack. They started it with a long losing streak and was able to string a couple of wins together, 3 out of 4. As the Ignite, Ron Holland, the turnaround. Nope, he will instead work his way into the paint. Fight for the rebound. He'll have another opportunity. He'll take it up in the period. So they'll switch out bench players. Ron Holland the step back. And then Bouye is able to snare it for the Skyforce. John Elmore's really close to getting back on the court. He thinks most likely by Sunday, and maybe even sooner for that game at Birmingham, that he'll be back. We'll take baseline, double team, Pargo. Swipe it. Here comes Holland again. Tyler Smith, and they'll call the foul. Bring it across. Holland, corner. He will fire. It's long. Out of bounds. Holland. Into the lane, Darling. Holland, he will trigger. And the rebound, Daniels. Gilder. Ooh, Holland with the finish, and Camper and Williams trying to fight for the rebound. Ron Holland putting on the moves. He says, what double team? So really the points off turnovers have been very little factor in this one. Wow, Ron Holland using the body, creating some space. Seconds of this third quarter. Holland's going to work again, this time on Champagny. Left it short, scramble for the rebound, Holland diving. Holland, he will step in for 2. And the rebound, Almanza stripped. Champagny lost. Skyforce are shooting now 63% for the game. I have to do some computations. There's no computation there. Ron Holland, the second. That is 64% from the floor. That's for the game. The Ignite, Bouye plucks another rebound. Could be dole out a couple more dimes. 4 more boards. Bouye will have his second Skyforce triple-double. Swider the board.
Okay. Has a beautiful release. Always looks good when it goes in, of course.
Yeah, it always looks good when it goes in. It's
Long
something about the way that it hits the net, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would when that open. In rhythm, ready to go, knocks it down. 20-11. Holland inside with a 2-hand jam. And he makes it 20-13. course, Cole in the game here for the G League Ignite. He had an important bucket on that last game. Long three, Rainbows no good from Ronald Holland. And here comes Miller. 4 steals in that game. He was here in Salt Lake City about a month ago. To the corner, quick trigger three, it's Holland, and it's no good. Loose ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go to the Stars.
Guarded by Hinton. And now here's a step back three by Holland. Misses that one. Williams goes up. Now Pargo with it. Fires over to the right side. That's Holland with the three-point try. Goes in and out. Almanza, offensive putback. Got the 6'10 Spalding on him. So they're going to go over to Johnson. Now to Holland. An open look. Misses with an air ball there. And Johnson had it knocked out of his hands, but Holland recovers. Holland with 2 defenders on him. Goes up, gets his own rebound. Mitchell with the block. Crowd really into that one. A big block by
designated player, number 20 pick, but he's not here tonight. Did such a good job during the showcase series.
And here's shooting right off is Holland, the 18-year-old phenom we mentioned. He played scoring teams in the league. Ignite not so much. They ranked 29th out of 31 teams in terms of scoring. It's a shot by Holland. Three-point try is no good. And the rebound to spun away by Modest Buzelis out of Chicago. And feeds his teammate Holland, who scores, but I believe after the whistle.
NBA.
Yeah, he was drafted out of Syracuse by the Milwaukee Bucks back in 2000. 10 years in the NBA, and he's had about 13 years as a coach.
I think maybe 3.
Out here tonight, now playing on the professional level. 1-point lead for the Vipers, under 4 to play in the first. From the three-point corner, that's Holland there. Hits his over, another three-point try. This one a miss. The rebound to Smith. Down comes Ignite. Holland! Oh, wow!
Wow, that is going to be on the highlight reel.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it. And you see the ball, yeah, definitely coming down. That'll be 2 points for him. Shot at the buzzer is no good. Now Johnson. Johnson still with it, 10 to shoot. We'll get it to Holland. Three-point try. Holland can't get it, and Hinton with the rebound. Ignite quit passing. It goes to Holland. Holland splits 2 defenders and scores. Well, it didn't look like he had anything there for a moment. 12, right at his average. Three-point try. Jenkins misses that one. Offensive board by Holland, though. Has it blocked by Hinton. Lobs it up for Spalding. Slam on the air. Right here at Bird Ogden Arena. 4 seconds to shoot. Goes to Holland. 1 second to shoot. Holland a 3. Got it off the iron, but not in. And here, former Louisville Cardinal. And Cole, pass goes to Sene, and Holland up with the dunk that time.
Holland says this.
And here inside to Holland, cut it between 2 defenders, up, scores! Count the basket, and he'll be at the line for a possible 3-point play. Shoot. Johnson trying to move against Samuels. Wanted to kick it outside, does to Holland. Reverse layup attempt is no good. And the rebound picked up by the Vipers. Trey Mitchell is back in the try, splits 2 defenders, has it stolen away. Here's Holland with it. It's a 3-on-1 break. And Holland up and scores.
How did he not lose the ball? It looked like he was going to lose it out of bounds.
This is Pargo with it. 7 to shoot. This is Jenkins. Jenkins guarded closely because of his hot hand from outside. Holland misses from outside. And Culver the rebound. Goes all the way to the finals. They eventually lost to Delaware, the league champion. Culver with 15 now.
Oh, that was blocked by Samuels.
Tyler Smith and Ronald Holland into the game. That's Holland's first attempt.
And Ron Holland not wasting any time.
Darlin, the offensive rebound.
Nice kick.
To Holland, side of the rim.
so a great foul by Ron Holland on that one to deny that easy dunk by Hunter Tyson.
Kick out to Holland. No good from 3. Good box out by Braxton Gillespie. Has his pass taken away by Holland. Numbers for Ignite. Stays with Ignite. Along with Buzelis, Almanza, Jenkins, and Johnson. Here's Holland with the shot clock winding down. Nifty delivery for the lay-in.
And Holland back in the starting line. Guys, no definite one person in this year's draft that stands out amongst the others.
The miss rebounded by Huff. Buzelis against Tyson. Holland driving against Key, walls him up. In and out. And the follow is there for, you're referencing the Funk in it?
Oh, you're no fun.
Is it Uptown Funk? No.
Uh-oh.
Holland! A loud slam for Ron Holland. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Midway through the third. Holland, an attack of the rim for 2.
Like the aggressiveness of Ron Holland here in this third quarter, but those are the ones that you have to take to be able to play at the next level.
Buzelis fading away, no. Down to Gillespie. Team total, records reset beginning December 27th after the Christmas break. All 31 teams back to 0-0 for a 34-game regular season. I can't. I don't impact the wins and losses.
Oh, I'm going to see if I can get you to not be objective.
Holland denied. Wills with the rejection.
Get past Almanza, probably would have been better served to break him down and get into the painted area.
All right, so here's Ron Holland, potential #1 overall pick, and he finishes over the 6'10" Pete Nance.
And one of the things we've seen from this, and again, whenever you have a coach that's willing to get out there and do the work with you, we see that with Jason Hart when we go to practice with G League Ignite. These guys are out on the court. They're not just standing on the sidelines barking commands. They're getting into action as well.
As the starting 5 is back on the floor for Ignite, 9 minutes to play here in this first half.
It's been a quiet start for Ron Holland. We're used to seeing him get off to.
So, you know, they're trying to find their way back in the NBA or get to the NBA. And now, you know, as a player, you got to believe that you're good enough. You got to also have the skill set, but I think it's the mentality.
Respect for you. When Ron Holland, because he would have been screaming all over me talking on that one.
Yes, yes.
But when you think about guys, and again, you've been in this before you came to Ignite. You were with the NBA.
I tell them all the time, you guys have done a unique path, and you guys are all brothers in a sense because you've done something that, you know, not too many guys can say they've done. But you all have the.
Sané.
I'm not sure that's the shot that you want at that time, but fortunately Ron Holland there to get the offensive rebound, denied by Nance. You wipe everyone's record away, and it's almost like starting a brand new season for the G League. And now it's a 36-game regular season to see who will represent their respective conferences.
Jenkins, Norris Cole, both leading the way for Ignite with 15 points.
And that's not surprising based upon this new environment for many of these young players, seeing all of these scouts in here. Why?
Because it's all about changing the game plan, and they had to do that.
Well, the trust has certainly been there as Holland skies in for the alley-oop lay-in, and it's 12-9. The trust has been there.
Said that he was available.
Okay.
So that means that he did make his flight to Sacramento.
That's great news. And to your point now, opportunities for more guys deeper on the bench. Christopher, the defensive rebound. 15-9 the score here early on. The Stars with the lead over the G League Ignite. Great defensive play and a takeaway. Holland is going to take it all the way. 6'8" rookie who averages 20 points a game. He was the number
like that, and I think it created a lot of interest, and having these guys back playing is important.
Ron Holland, his first shot from beyond the arc, a little too strong. Almanza fights. Holland, got his man on skates, but couldn't hit the jumper. You see the quickness that Ron Holland possesses. Inside pass to Almanza, 3 white jerseys around him, gets his own miss. Now the kick out. Holland, 3 from the corner, count it.
The spacing. defensively, that was not a really good defensive stop. And Coles is one of these guys that was known, especially when he was with the Heat, as a good defender, a facilitator, got everybody involved. And I'm sure
it's always fun to be able to see them on both ends of the floor and seeing his impact on both ends of the floor.
Ronald Holland puts
He's not
this on.
shooting, he's blocking, right?
That area gets it to go. Keyshawn Justice.
He should have given that muscle, right? He should have given us a little muscle to the camera. That was too strong.
A weight room layup on one end, and on the other end, Ronald Holland converts to make it. Holland, fullbacks in the lane, gets fouled and one. So Ronald Holland.
There, and they've gotten very, very close. And he talked about just how excited he is, how often he talks to Taylor about, continuing to stay ready. And whenever he sees great performances from both Keontae and Taylor.
Goes to the right corner, Christopher for three. It's off the handle, no good. He chases down to get his own, but Holland's got it and races up the court with the finger roll, can't get it. Kinsey the rebound, and will now go to Sensible. That tonight he has 18 off the bench.
During your halftime interview, that's what he was referred to as, was the Energizer
Bunny.
And so it's such a threat to be able
to. From three, 43% from deep for the G League Ignite. No good on this floater, and the rebound comes down to Josh Christopher. Stars down by 2, great defense. And it's Holland over to Gilder, and Gilder has it, blocked by Kinsey. Holland the follow-up. The lead is 4. 2 minutes left to play. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. After starting 0-7, clutch play, a big reason why. Holland can't get it. Loose ball rebound, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Ignite. It's right in the corner.
And he knocks down his second shot. Wainwright, good for 3. Look at Holland running the floor. That's what he does. He's got that motor you talked about.
And it comes up with the steal, and now a 3 on the other end. And just like that, 5 straight for Ron Holland. The nice find from Smith getting out. And again, this is those type of experiences that, you can't emulate anywhere else.
Oh, Ron Holland. Gotta learn that name. Ignite were in that same tournament. They played against each other, and Cole just ripped Ignite apart. And Jason Hart said, I got to get this guy. Going to the lane, finishing with the left, Ron Holland.
Ron Holland has been spectacular start.
Las Vegas. The community here bought into it. A lot of the fans who were in the arena over the course of the weekend, they were Vegas locals. They just want to see NBA basketball.
And not only that, the in-season tournament championship.
A 4-point lead for the Remix here in this second quarter. Holland trying to get busy. 2 on him. Almanza with the offensive rebound.
By picking up that foul.
Holland decides not to use the screen, gets all the way to the rim, and Baji with the block. Under 3 minutes to play here in this first.
Freedom that you get in a scenario like when you're playing professional basketball.
That's a great point. Holland, step back. He's showing everything in his bag tonight.
And you know what else he wouldn't?
Floor. And good D by Holland. Holland gets by everybody. Baji is there. Baji's been a rim protector. Almanza. And Holland with the offensive rebound. Goes right to the rack. Lays off the rim. Almanza keeps it alive. And now handoff, Jenkins. Holland, what a good head fake. It was so subtle, but it created so much space.
And more importantly, I like the pull-up in comparison to going in.
Squad to playing those pickup runs. Ignite, they held their own against some NBA guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, they're going to be able to do that. You've got guys with natural talent. The difference is not having their veterans.
The lead back to 14 for the Remix. Holland calling for it.
Hesitated a little bit on that one. He shot the basketball very clean.
Holland uses the screen, mid-range jumper, got it. And the lead is back down to 10 for Rip City. I laughed, but he told me it too. Holland swooping through in a goaltend against Minaya.
But New Zealand's made that decision over a year ago. He actually considered doing 2 years. Oh, you got to finish that off, Ron. He considered doing the 2 year. That preserves his 14-point lead, but if they get a stop here on this possession, that becomes an even bigger play.
Holland off the inbound. Gets his own miss and puts it back in. Holland, he's up to 20 points on the night.
Got upset. She stayed poised the entire time and just looked at the bench calmly and said, I got this. And she does.
Holland, too strong. And that goes off. Zealous at the scorer's table, waiting to check back in for Ignite on the next dead ball. Holland turns the corner and finishes over Manaya.
No head. Top 5 3-point shooter in the G League comes off the bench, makes his first shot, and it's already a 17-8 margin for Santa Cruz. Holland able to answer. Nice mid-range for Ron Holland. He's been really good, Perry, on those sorts of shots.
Telling right now the Warriors are playing in a groove. They have a clear look at the basket on every shot. You got to take away the airspace.
And it's a total opposite situation right now for the Ignite. Holland
them instead of right now concentrating all with their offense in transition.
Head coach Jason Hart goes further to the bench as Ron Holland connects on the mid-range. Sherry Darlon into the game for the first time.
That would have to be more patient offensively and get the shot you want and make the other team work more defensively.
Holland, deep three, buries it. Pretty stroke for Ron Holland. Steals a game for Holland. Can it turn into some offense? Holland on the face-up. Goes to work. Step back. No. Rebounded by Robinson of Santa Cruz. Santos and Quinones have almost outscored the Ignite on their own. Holland creates separation. Step back goes. On the drop step. Good D, though, by Smith. Trying to hold up with his 6'9" frame. Lets Holland go up ahead. Puts it in and a foul.
Holland has as the season has gone on.
And Holland 5 of 7 tonight. Here comes Johnson. Oh, couldn't finish. Chance to follow it up, and there's Holland again, leading to a Santa Cruz timeout here.
Come off.
That leads to some good D. Tyler Smith in the passing lane. Holland up ahead, floats it up and puts it in. Ignite within 10, nearing the 3 so far. 32 combined points for Santa Cruz.
You got to get your hands up on them, on those two guys, because again, they're getting their airspace and they're getting good looks at the rim, and that's what Holland does extremely well. And you know, he wound up when he was on the floor, he had more questions than answers. Now he's got more answers than questions. I mean, he knows what he can do, and he's trying to play to his strength. But it's just going to
loose in the paint, body's going down. It's picked up by Jenkins. A nice angular play. Holland up ahead, and one Holland.
Not many people can do that.
Who finally comes up ahead. Crazy shot in transition and a chance to push. Holland, 2-on-1, the lob. Oh, and
the explosiveness.
Ignite look to inbound with 11 on the shot clock. By the way, Tyler Smith just his 3rd foul on that last personal call. Holland, no. Oh, Smith came flying out of nowhere. Couldn't time up that attempt. The 3. Good stroke from the former UNLV player Donovan Williams. Holland tries the answer. Not there. Smith, no. Tip around. Holland keeps it alive. Play in a game like this tonight. Santos on assignment along with Quinones, Robinson, and Garuba, who are the two-way players. Holland stripped underneath, that one hitting off the baseline last.
You know, we talk about what the experience them in practice around pros, how to carry themselves as pros, and games like this is part of that experience because the guys they're playing with have a lot more experience.
Perspectives and really creating like a diverse group of people to collaborate with, and like you said, do the research and put the time in. Kind of like with sports, kind of got to get the reps.
What's the feedback been like between not only that rebound away from Condit?
I'll tell you, that Ron Holland, when he wants to grab the rebound, it's probably nobody on the floor that could stop him as he gets the bucket on the other end as well. But he just...
Ignite has looked much more comfortable tonight versus Monday. Holland gets to his spot on the mid-range and hits.
Yeah, that was a good-looking shot there. As you said, he got...
Holland, another mid-range try. Off front rim, rebound Condit.
3. Great backdoor action.
Wide open is Ron Holland from the corner. And it's pulled down by Leonard Miller. We call him. What's amazing about this Ignite team, even though there's so much length on the floor, guys, everyone can handle the rock and initiate the offense. Here's Holland from deep. Nothing but nylon. Foot on the line. That was a 2. Jenkins with the pump fake. They'll find Holland in the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Ignite. His runner off the mark. Cook with the board. I mean, you see, and a couple of veterans on the floor now. Michael Frazier, Norris Cole. Here's Holland with a good pump fake. Gets all the way to the lane and finishes.
That's a tough finish, but I love the ball movement. Swinging around.
Feels like they don't even think about that.
I mean, you have to. As a pro-level player, you have to shake it off, you know? It doesn't stop. And if you're going to dwell on a loss, it's going to hurt you further on.
Especially coming at you, the aces. Everyone wants to give you guys an L.
They really do. It's one thing. You just got to know that you're going to get everyone's best shot. You have no time to feel sorry for yourself because you might lose one game. The next game, I feel like they're going to look for players that can be adaptable, that know when they can shoot and score, and also when they need to pass and get it to the star, so to speak.
Buzelis gave it up. Holland tracks down his own miss. Here he comes through these young players.
Absolutely, and on top of that, your roster is constantly changing, you know? So that's another thing you have to deal with as a coach of what players can play well together, who can do what, and also trying to manage, you know, the next level.
8 on the game clock. Here's Holland eyeing up the defender. 3 on the shot clock. Step back 3. And that's how the first half will end. Martin skying through for the lay-in. Quickly back the other way, up and under. Holland showing you the moves.
Do you know how hard it is to get? And as long as they're getting good shots, it's okay if they don't fall. That just means they have the right mindset, they're getting good looks, and it's going to fall eventually. It's the law of averages. It's a real thing.
That's what I tell myself. Towards the later minutes of that first half. Here's Holland trying to get to his spot with the left, rolls off the rim. Holland gets it back, and Ron Holland will not be denied.
That's what it's going to take. Second effort, third effort.
His ground. And then he comes away with the steal. Ignite with numbers. 3 on 2. Holland and 1. Ron Holland. Weight room.
Wow.
There's the pick and roll again with Almanza. This time Holland decides to shoot over the top of it. 18th, pass it up, and the steal for Holland.
He's doing everything tonight.
He just put his head down. You know he was getting to the basket, plus the foul. Gabe York is actually calling out the play right there. There goes Holland, makes the adjustment and finishes. Holland's got 26 tonight.
That. Maybe he just has a lot of deflections.
Well, he does have 4 blocks as well.
Oh, that's what it is.
Holland getting downhill. No call. Iowa looking to run. Miller push. And here's Pate trying to get his guys involved. Holland lowers the shoulder, challenge the shot blocker, and OKC with the run out.
And that was a good move. I mean, it's a good thing to
Ignite. Having this many young guys learning at the same time, and just an incredible coaching job Jason Hart is doing as Holland bullying his way to the rim. The rebound goes to Starkey.
Tough move, but I like the aggressive. Kind of expect that, you know, and I think that's a great play call coming out of a timeout.
And there's Ron Holland, known for his defense, in front of Chang, throws it down. Ron Holland showing you the athleticism.
And that's that kind of...
Holland trying to put some moves on, gets to his left hand. His offhand, Ron Holland can finish with both hands.
What that they want.
Takes a special person to want to teach the next generation, and John Jenkins is definitely a special guy. Here's Holland, his 3 in and out. Once you put the effort in?
Only when it goes my way, I will say. You know, like when you don't foul and they miss a free throw, it's like, yeah, ball don't lie. It's one of those things.
Okay.
It only works in your favor when it actually goes in your favor.
Now Almanza actually coming off the bench. He's a normal starter. Jason Hart is challenging him to see his energy. And it's 3 right now.
Yeah, you definitely have to. And it's just, any time you go from one level to the next, it's a change of pace and a change of physicality.
Look at Holland turning the corner, lays it in off the glass.
Yeah, that's a great hustle, and that's one thing they got to do. If you turn it over, you got to be the first one to get back.
Holland going against two defenders. Ooh. No way, Ron Holland with the... Here's the pick and roll. Pate working with Davis. He'll find Holland. 4 on the shot clock. That's a deep 2.
And I'm going to say 80% of the time she makes it.
Holland with the corner jumper. Nothing but net.
They needed that. They needed.
Is that in your arsenal?
We're working on it. Now that I have some time to get right during this offseason, I'm gonna pop out with a few things next year.
Ooh, we will be ready for it.
You gotta take great shots, and it's one possession at a time. The basketball is a game of runs, so you're not gonna win back in one play, but you just gotta stay with it.
Holland.
And you need to see the ball go in, just like that. It's like when you start to get a rhythm, and then you just, you don't get there. The other team does something just like that, and it's credit to them, the blue, but at the end of the day, the Ignite, they need to lock in.
Holland spinning, gets his own miss. Blocked there by McConnell. Here's the blue on the breakout. They don't have numbers. McConnell goes into no man's land and turns it over. Now here's Holland. Look out!
That was incredible. Just the effort to get back on defense leads to great offense. And you go with UNLV, and now there's a pro volleyball team too.
That's right. Holland, free throw jumper.
That's a good look, though. They're trying to get him a little more touches.
4 points. He is 10 of 14 from the floor.
That's unbelievable.
Holland lowers his shoulder. Look at him delivering the blow.
I like the return message, you know?
Look at those active hands. Ron Holland gets the steal one-on-one.
Another steal, another finish.
Ron Holland.
At the end of the day, it's all about who gets position first. And the ref is usually not going to call the foul on whoever had position first.
Nice Euro step by Ron Holland. He's got 23 now.
That was a tough shot and great defense. Especially on the pick and roll, being up.
Holland starting to feel it.
I feel like I'm confident in what I can do, and I can lock down your best player. And that's... Not everyone can say that. And see how many of those were wide open and how can we decrease that, because wide open shots you're going to make more than contested ones.
McConnell with the help block there.
You have to just really go look at the film, don't worry about
and there's Buzelis with the takeaway. Finds his partner Holland up ahead. Oh, Ron Holland with the windmill.
So I think they like playing together.
Didn't leave his feet. 2 to go on the shot clock. Johnson has to hoist. Long rebound by Holland. Hook shot from Holland off glass is in.
How about that bounce from Holland, skying for that rebound?
Remix coaching staff. Johnson off the mark. Almanza gets it back. Ron Holland left alone. Not a great three-point shooter, and Weems is there to grab the ball. 95. Jenkins can't hit. Holland another offensive rebound. Lost it, got it back, lays it in with the left.
Strong take there by Holland in traffic.
Holland off the dribble.
Not quite what he does there. Take tested threes. He can knock down open ones though, but how about Ron Holland knocking down the straightaway trade?
Finding George underneath the hoop.
Yeah, man, he's an assist machine and really knows how to find his guys. And a strong take there by Holland, getting the and one finish.
Hagens tried to put Buzelis on a poster, but that one came out. Johnson lobbing it for Holland. That's a Holland highlight here in the third.
Yeah, again.
At the end of the day, but you need to be able to learn how to lose and how you respond from those losses. Holland that time in traffic. It's not always going to be rose.
His rhythm, just forget about it. I mean, literally, and by breaking up his rhythm, just don't let him touch the basketball because once he gets it, he's always a threat to knock it down. As Holland, athlete that time, showing what he can do from deep. And we got some really good young talent out here on the floor tonight.
Holland starting to take over for Ignite. He's got 21.
Yeah, doubled it on the step back as well, so you kind of knew that it wasn't gonna be a made shot, but you didn't know it was gonna be that off.
High arcing shot from Holland from beyond half court is off the mark. Consecutive win. Ignite looking for the comeback to grab their first win of the regular season. Holland drawing contact on Weems, and he lays it in off glass. 3-point. 7 of his 14 rebounds have been on the offensive glass. Holland lefty layup, no good. Tried to poke it away from Condit. 3 of the game. 7 to shoot. Johnson. Ron Holland doesn't shoot many threes, but he connects that time.
When you're as good of a player as Ron Holland, that's how you respond, George Condit.
He's got a 20-piece, 20 points, 16 boards. Holland's response off the mark. Ashton Hagens.
George Condit the fourth. Have a day.
Come on now. Holland for 3. Got it.
Yeah, you keep shooting like that, you might be the #1 overall pick of the 20.
Higgins turns it over. Here comes Buzelis for Ignite. Over to Ron Holland. Floater from Holland is pure.
I mean, that was just a good, tough make there. Good move there from Weems, but just wasn't able to get it to go.
Jenkins pumps, steps into the J. Holland offensive rebound, puts it back up and in.
He's impressive here early on. You already can see his nobody home at the rim. Easy layup for him.
He said, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name's Scotty Lewis. As Holland is short on the 3. Lewis, the former 2, has got a sleeve on his left knee after he exited last Monday in the game against the Blues. Holland, second effort, is pure.
Again, just 18 years old, but
Reese, Hagens, Hodge, Foster, and Harkless. Holland lefty shot. Off the mark, rebound Harkless.
I think that's the reason why the slam wasn't completed.
Trying to go with the offhand. Here's Holland inside, trying to wrestle the ball away from Weems, and a jump ball called on. Holland crossing over on Weems. Right-hand layup, off back iron. When you have the G League myth, those steady veterans who are there to mentor you. On Holland, a strong take off the glass. He's
been really working and playing hard with limited numbers.
Between Japair getting minutes, Murray getting minutes. Holland all the way. Tough take, it goes in. And the foul. Second half. It's been all remix in this one, but we'll see how Ignite can respond. Holland way off on the 3-ball.
And that's what we haven't seen.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, the young player right here with the ball. Holland ran into a fan who had an IPA in hand and yeah, hit the deck a little bit. But can you talk a little bit about...
They were going to have a G League team playing here at UP. We're like, we have to be part of this.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to make this, you know, part of our brand story along with theirs. Tree stores all throughout Washington and Oregon, and we've gotten better feedback on this than any partnership beer we've ever done. So,
really?
Yeah, it's, you know, a lot of that is it's beautiful branding on the can.
How much the Blazers mean to this town, and it's in some ways kind of surprising that we just now do have a G League affiliate here in, you know, the 2023-24 season. But timing was on point.
At our home base, we've got 8 cabins that you can rent overnight. And so that was really fun. We opened that in the summertime. And it's a 5-minute walk to the pub. And so it's a...
Set Mizzou's single season record in steals. And earlier this year became the first British Virgin Islander to play in the NBA while he was...
Had the option of going either way, and he set it up for Mizzou.
Oh, here we go. It's showtime. Ron Holland led him
penetrating, rolls off the rim.
3.
Holland calls for the screen from Tyler Smith. Oh, goes windmill for the finish. Ron Holland getting crafty.
This is a really funny group too. This is a really funny group. On the road, it never gets boring. On the bus, anytime you're around Ron or any of the guys, man, they're cracking jokes. I love it.
Okay, who is the?
I don't really do the club scene. I don't do anything like that. So I'll make music with the guys before I go out or anything like that.
What kind of music you making?
Any kind of music, man.
Coach, you always preach that. We score better off the pass.
We do. I mean, we just.
Oh,
so much
look
more
at Holland dishing the blow, and he says Lewis is too small. Holland, he wants the rock on Lewis. They've been jawing at each other all night. Oh, Holland goes right at him. Too strong in the post. But it's off from Davis, creating some space of his own, and Holland, an offensive rebound. He says, I'll go right back up, and Fareed says, no, you won't.
And the reason is really because the ball keeps touching the paint.
Holland step back jumper short. Holland crosses over, goes baseline on Lewis, spinning, still finds a way to put it in. Ron Holland, he's got 16.
They're in the zone right now, Mexico City is.
Holland driving, adjusting with the left, gets his own miss, didn't hit the rim, one on the shot clock. Pargo beat. Holland sets the feet, and Sané fighting for the rebound, and they're going to say it's on there. Smith picking up his 5th. They both have 5 personals. Holland laying it in over Fareed. Extra pass, Johnson from the wing. He'll find Holland on the block. 1 second, has to get it up. More for the Capitanes. Holland, catch and shoot. Bang, bang! Ron Holland continues to impress. Back in their man-to-man D. The Capitanes up by 2. Holland getting downhill. Oh, challenges both defenders, and he finishes. No. Jenkins gathers. Clock continues to wind. Pargo looking for help. Holland, a deep 3. And that should just about do it. Jenkins shows he's still got that quickness. Holland has it blocked by Fareed. Mexico City with numbers, 4 on 2. It's Molinar running. Blocked, a good closeout by John Jenkins. Holland sets his feet. That one in and out, but consistently he's showing he can knock that down.
It's all in the paint. That's been problematic for this Ignite team. They want Monza to play more where he's playing at the high post.
So Eric Mika, hopefully he will be practicing soon and should be back.
Yeah, certain situations didn't allow it. He got a chance to see and be around this Ignite program, and he felt a comfortability with it that will allow him to do the things that he still wants. But again, you see this Austin team, everything is attacking the rim. They've got to be met with more physicality.
There's Ron Holland getting downhill again. He's been the offensive force. Fareed has 11 rebounds. Ignite only has 9, and Holland puts an end to that run. Challenge you have taken on. Going from high school to becoming a pro and playing against guys like Kenneth Fareed, a 9-year NBA veteran. What is it like to make that jump? Explain it to people.
It's a different. One thing that just surprised me was the pace of the game and the physicality. That's the only thing that really surprised me. And the player, everyone's good. Everyone's good at this level.
Yeah.
So.
You can talk about a guy that scores points when you don't run anything for him, and that's what Sané can do.
Holland with the Euro. He makes it look so easy.
That was a big-time Euro right there. But he keeps
on Holland. John Jenkins, it really means so much to this squad.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's just a classy guy.
Kick out.
Mexico City out of transition and making them run half-court offense.
Holland, they left him open, so he says, thank you very much. Ron Holland knocking down the three. The Capitanes with their biggest lead of the game right now. They're up by 7. Extra pass, Ron Holland. And Almanza tips it out, but nobody home.
And either take a timeout, either have a play or something called, something to break that momentum.
Fareed, 16 rebounds. Now he goes. It was a 2-point lead for Mexico City at the half. And they've opened up their largest lead, up 13. Holland off the mark, poked out. Wright Foreman leading the break. Molinar snatches it for his 6th rebound to go along with 11 points. There he is getting downhill. A lot of contact again. Holland playing through it, tipping it. Smith missing. Better to play in the NBA. There's Ron Holland getting the steal, showing you the defense. He's going to challenge Fareed. Oh, he sidesteps the manimal. Ron Holland getting it done. Cultural. You walk around the city, they have art exhibits. I mean, it is incredible. Holland takes the bump from Thompson and finishes through it. Holland's up to 15 points. Now his offense is trying to feature Holland. He gets the clear out. One-on-one against Lewis, and Holland wins that battle, plus the foul.
Now this is Holland's patience.
They're now doubling Holland, so he has to get rid of it. They give it back to him. Holland going to work against Lewis. He's down on the deck. Nothing called. 8 with 5 on the shot clock. Holland stays right in front, and he picks his pocket. Here comes Ignite. 2-on-1. Holland! Oh, baby, Ron Holland! Short. Here's Almanza with the board. Ignite. They're trying to push the pace. They can run with these Stockton Kings, and that's because Holland gets through, and Buzelis with the tip-in bucket. Jones, one-on-one. Blows a tire, and here comes Holland one-on-one against Slauson. Rip-through move. That's just too strong from Ron Holland. London Johnson, so he wants to back him down. Holland comes over for the help, and there's the steal. Give me that. Holland, 2-on-2, rising up. Oh, Ron Holland, you're not going to out-jump him. Johnson trying to set up Jones. Holland from the corner. And another good defensive possession by Ignite. Holland in transition, lowers the shoulder, count the bucket and one. Ron Holland.
It's very, very important. The other thing is education. He was very big about education and respecting all people. And it's no small matter that Atlanta has of Ignite this year. No low post game, either offensively or defensively.
What a Euro step by Holland, plus the foul. That is just too tough. For the Kings, he's got 12 points, averaging just under 21 points per game, second on this team in scoring. Holland with the left, missing. Here comes Jones on the breakout. Good transition D by.
Here comes the ball screen now with Almanza.
Holland has the switch, puts his shoulder down into Slauson. He goes down hard. Almanza, he'll be fouled on the putback. Pocket. Give me them cookies.
He's going to start to get a reputation for his defense.
Ron Holland starting to take over. You are. Ron Holland, his three has been going down the last few games. Guys have to.
And not let the other team respond. If they're going to drive the ball, you're going to have to be able to meet that with some physicality.
Hook shot. Good D by Almanza. Holland protects himself. Almanza with the follow slam. Holland catch and shoot. Bang, bang. Ron Holland is turning himself into a three-point. Holland to his left, plus the foul. He has done a little of everything tonight. The alley-oop for throwing it down. What a job there by Javante Cook.
Oh!
Right back at you.
He's back.
Ron, he's under control. Holland trying to get downhill with 2 defenders on him, and a block is called. Count the bucket.
Too much perimeter. The ball,
Holland, nothing but net. His jump shot has been getting much
base, right? Talking with the coaching staffs and management staffs of the NBA teams that have drafted our players and making sure that we're providing appropriate.
Ron Holland, let him know.
That our guys want the competition, they want to be great, and that they want to play with other great players, because that's what they're going to have to do in the NBA.
How do you feel on draft night?
Guys obviously that can play at a high level. We need them to raise the level of play on the court. And then in the same way, good drive. Just, you know, I see our guys, I'm watching, and I see our guys, you know.
From deep, nothing but net. 3 seconds to play in this first half. Holland takes a look at the clock. Half court at the buzzer. The lead was 20. And Ignite right now, that's where they're going to ride Ron Holland. He didn't play yesterday, and he has provided all the energy. 17 points in that first half. And here we go, Holland with a first shot for Ignite.
Yeah, but somebody else got to step up and help. He can't move the ball around, share it, cut.
Holland just rising up over Martin. Oh, my. The and one for Holland with the ISO, has it blocked out of bounds by Martin. 6 on the shot clock.
This is a different kind of life. Johnson is the only real pure ball handler that they have.
Head fake by Holland, gets into the lane. No call. Keels is trying to push.
It's been more difficult because of everybody extended. If you got a good post guy, he's one-on-one in there.
Holland, his shot short. And Lance Stevenson, his 4th. Ignite got as close as 3 here in the second half. Got some work to do as Ron Holland puts this team on his back, plus the foul.
That's a and the shots went in, but they were the shots that they practiced, and the people that they wanted to take them took them.
Holland knifing through. He now has 29 points. When you talk about interior play, there's Buzelis rolling off the rim, but an offensive rebound. Holland shot from the outside, his first shot off the mark. We talk about Eric Mika. He's a big man.
Talking to me pregame, oh, that was another one of my conversations about me getting on him yesterday about calling a travel, so he came over and demonstrated what it was, and I actually got Tina Thompson up about it regardless.
A minute to go in the quarter.
It's part of the development of the G League.
Sané fires away.
You got to get used to commentators talking about you. That's part of being an official. G League court as far as the coaches that represent the future.
Funk tries another one. Down to Holland. We heard Jason Hart talk about Holland.
Especially when he's got smaller guys defending him, just shooting over the top.
Gillespie found Pickett. That's Jamarco Pickett out of Georgetown, missing in the paint.
Zealous to isolate down low like that, so watch him sending people at him.
Here's Martin, his first shot from the outside, and the rebound goes to Holland. Knowing they had a back-to-back night, Holland, man, it is unbelievable to see Lance Stevenson on the floor. Bejanishvili missing from deep. My first job in TV, I covered Lance Stevenson in Brooklyn when he was in high. Shot clock's at 7 as Gilder resets. Almanza tips it out, and Ignite with a 3rd opportunity on this possession. Holland getting downhill, and if he makes it. All right, what do you want to see out of this possession? Art wasn't into swimming. He wanted to be a basketball player. There's Buzelis with the block from behind. That just shows you don't have to specialize as a young kid. Holland.
I didn't know what to expect coming into it. I was a late signee. I think I was the last signee that we had as far as vets.
I wanted to just come in and make an impact, whatever that was going to be. As we got in the training camp, Coach told me.
So Eric Mika, hopefully he will be practicing soon and should be back within the next month for Ignite. David Duke Jr. is shot off the mark. Holland with the board. When Mika comes back, this will be a totally different.
Right or left.
So Holland back on the floor, grabs that rebound. Hit 11 points in that first quarter on Holland.
What kind of are you looking for when you bring guys to All-Star?
It's a great question, and the reality is you're looking for something that's a little bit of a balance. You can't develop 15 guys fully each year. It's just grow, but can be positive additions when you have your assignment players and your two-way players and some of the guys from the Spurs roster there. So it's an evaluation about the character. It's an evaluation about the basketball. We're learning on the fly, and we're looking and seeing what works. One of their guys made a comment to me before the game, which I thought was kind of interesting. He said, you know, right at the All-Star break last year, we saw our guys.
These guys are finished product, so you want a foundation that you can build upon. There you see him deflecting that shot there, but you know, and that's what he does. Ron Holland does the same thing.
By Ron Holland. With the pick, they switch. Extra pass around the ring. And Holland pulls down the rebound. Ron Holland's got 14 points, 7 boards. Shot clock's at 3. Duke Jr. in traffic. Good help defense by Buzelis.
Yeah.
Under 5 minutes to play here in the
shots off the dribble, it becomes a little bit more of a struggle.
backdoor cut affected there. Nice job by London Johnson defensively. And here comes the explosive Ron Holland, and he'll be fast. Maldonado getting downhill again, but he blows the bunny at the rim.
It's obvious Oklahoma City is really trying to attack the rim against.
Ignite has responded after that timeout from Jason Hart. Air ball, and Ignite on a 12-4 run. Holland getting downhill again all the way to
the G League.
Flagler, that's a 2 off the mark. Ignite forcing them into a tough shot. Here's Holland getting downhill. Going to push the pace. Ramsey with some space. And Holland with a rebound. Down by 3, just over 2 minutes to play in this first quarter.
What did you think was expected of you in coming over here?
Well, you know, I think my role is honestly the same, and with every team that I've played with at the G League is, you know, for them, I'd probably come off the bench. London starts, and yeah, I mean, if you look at Tyler Smith's jumper, it's as pretty as anything you'll see. You know, it's at the top of his release is something that I'm sure scouts and NBA teams want.
The ball, and we're scoring more off the pass than the dribble. And I don't know if that was something consciously that you brought or were doing, but I just thought that you guys were really effective when you were in there doing that.
Jang, he's been in catch and shoot mode all night, and Holland, there's his 9th rebound to go along with 11 points tonight.
Margin. And that's mainly because of the three-point shots the Skyforce have been making and taking. That one unmade. The Ignite. Ron Holland, the turnaround. Nope. He will instead work his way into the paint. Fight for the rebound. He'll have another opportunity. He'll take it up on man-man, and finally Williams, he'll swing up another 3. Malik Williams battles 3 players for the rebound. Ron Holland, and the deflection for Bouye. It's a 4 in the first half. Norris Cole will swing it to Almanza, the 3. Ron Holland in amongst 4 red jerseys, working. Well, Holland and Williams at the line. The injury report for the Skyforce. John Elmore's really close to getting back on the court. He thinks with the miss. Williams steps into a 3. Rebound Ron Holland. After the one road contest against the Birmingham Squadron, the Skyforce will be home to the Salt Lake City Stars. That's a Sunday game. Gilder Ooh, Holland with the finish, and Camper and Williams trying to fight for the rebound. Holland's going to work again, this time on Champagny. Left it short. Scramble for the rebound. Holland diving. And then Swider collecting.
But is not afraid to put the rock up from distance. Hinton drives his cutoff. Little turnaround. Misses that. The rebound to the Ignite. That's Holland with it. Holland, just 18 years old, is out of quarter. Days has it stolen away from him. 2-on-2 break here for the Ignite. And up is Jenkins. Misses that one. But Almanza's there to tip it back to his guard, Holland, and they're able to keep possession. And also Williams came in for the Vipers. Here's Reeves inside. Misses that one, may have been partially blocked by Buzelis. Johnson will bring. You might see it picked up in the NBA one of these days as Samuels misses the hook shot. Rebound goes to Holland. Williams will find LeCue. LeCue, a three-point try is no good. The rebound comes out to the Ignite. It's Holland who picked it up. Had it knocked out of his hands, but Holland recovers. Holland with two defenders on him. Goes up, gets his own rebound. Mitchell with the block. Crowd really ended that one. A big block by Trey.
The Vipers doing a good job defensively, slowing down the Ignite here in the fourth.
In the last 5 minutes as Culver misses. Rebound to Holland and the Ignite on the break here. And Johnson had it knocked out of his.
Cole check back into the game for the Ignite.
And then missing the second is Williams. Williams at 21. Ignite quickly. Hinton with 12. Right at his average. Three-point try. Jenkins misses that one. Offensive board by Holland, though. Has it blocked by Hinton. Lobs it up for Spalding.
To the pitcher.
Huff misses the free throw. Holland the rebound.
Right now, the Kings are just trying to spread it, looking for driving lanes or long jump shots.
Ignite will give you those.
Yeah.
From the corner, Tyrese Martin. What's amazing about this Ignite team, even though they're...
That's still 2 points on the O board, if you ask me.
Holland, so fast in transition.
You can see my face, my mouth is dropped. 40 inches, okay.
Oh, every bit of it. Holland snatches down the rebound. Ignite down by 1. 6 minutes to play in this first quarter.
To their coach when they don't foul, but it's you have to kind of understand that you can't challenge everything.
Okay. So Miller missing the...
Can shoot and score, and also when they need to pass and get it to the star, so to speak.
Buzelis gave it up. Holland tracks down his own miss. Here he comes through. And an offensive foul on Ron Holland.
Second group, we're second group. And he said, I think you and our second group is going to kill anybody else's team with their second group. So I just took it as a compliment. Like, you think I can beat their bench? Cool with me.
Tracks down that 50-50 ball. And Buzelis will reset the offense. John Jenkins, catch and shoot. And Holland, another offensive rebound.
Another
Back
possession.
to Jenkins. Another one. Cook left it short. And Holland pulls down his 8th rebound to go along with 12 points and 5 assists. Now they get the clear out. Martin gets to his right. And here comes Holland. Ignite with numbers. 3-on-2. Holland makes the correct pass to... Here's Holland trying to get to his spot with the left. Rolls off the rim. Holland gets it back. And Ron Holland will not be denied.
That's what it's going to take. Second.
They're going to go at Gabe York. Cook rising up.
Off the mark, Holland pulls it down, and we're going to overtime. Extra basketball.
Fast break is it's a big part of the game, and that's the way to get easy buckets and to get into a flow, any type of flow, just easy, quick shots, layups.
Another guy projected to be a first-round draft pick in the upcoming NBA draft. Now Almanza actually coming off the bench. He's a normal starter. Jason Harden missed. So each free throw here in the G League is so big. Well, the offensive board goes to Flagler. Ramsey with a redemption, missing from deep. Under 4 minutes.
That with age and with time and playing against these guys that are athletic and stronger and, you know, a little more experience.
Give me that. Bozelis with the block. Holland spinning, gets his own miss. Blocked there by McConnell. Here's the blue on the breakout. They don't have. Jang sitting on 8 assists. He needs 2 more for his triple-double.
That was a tough shot and great defense, especially on the pick and rolls.
Didn't leave his feet. 2 to go on the shot clock. Johnson has to hoist. Long rebound by Holland. Hook shot from Holland off glass is in.
How about that bounce from Holland?
Remix winning on Monday, 118-95. Jenkins can't hit. Holland another offensive rebound. Lost it, got it back, lays it in with the left. Bounce back from the loss yesterday in OKC. Higgins with 2 to shoot. Gives it to Davis. Off the mark, Holland snatching that rebound away from Condit.
I'll tell you, that Ron Holland, when he wants.
Romeo Weems trying from distance. And Holland grabs the rebound.
Not quite what he
had. Chance for 19 points. He's got 14 boards. Leaves it short. 8 of 13 from the field. Davis to Higgins. 5 to shoot. Step back Trey. Ashton. Short. Tipped up by Davis, but Holland grabs it. Holland downhill to London Johnson.
Good move there from Weems, but just wasn't able to get it to go.
Jenkins pumps, steps into the J. Holland offensive rebound, puts it back up and in.
He's impressive here early on. You already can see his...
Got a sleeve on his left knee after he exited last Monday in the game against the Blues. Holland, second effort, is pure.
Again, just 8. Their roster shrinking because there's so many guys being called up to play with the Blazers as they navigate their own health issues that these guys have been really working and playing hard with limited numbers.
Right, Foreman. And now Holland will bring it up the floor. All the Ignite prospects have the ability.
Really good footwork.
Right, Foreman. That one in and out. Fight for the rebound, and Ron Holland comes away with it. Blocked by Wheeler, and Molinar here on the breakout. Numbers for Mexico City, but missing the bunny is Fareed. Here comes Holland with Sané.
I mean, like, I'm not too far in age from these guys, so I mean, we do some of the same things. We play video games. This is a really funny group too. This is a really funny group.
Johnson gets the handoff from Davis, creating some space of his own, and Holland offensive rebound. He says, "I'll go right back up," and Fareed says, "No, you won't."
They're in the zone right now. Mexico City is.
Holland driving, adjusting with the left, gets his own miss, didn't hit the rim. 1 on the shot clock. Pargo beats the buzzer. Molinar left open now to block the good closeout by John Jenkins. Holland sets the time he brings the ball up, especially defensively. He's the guy talking now on defense as Molinar, that one rims out. Holland pulls it down. Holland, good vision, but Almanza.
You better block him out.
Right, Foreman left it short, and it's Holland out jumping everybody. Holland has not scored tonight. He's got gymnastics. You were in swimming. What was that like as a child, and now here you are playing at a high level, playing hoops?
I actually got a lot of help from playing those type of sports.
On in that first half. He has the night off tonight as he rests and gets ready for the game against these same Mexico City Capitanes on Friday. But he said in the scout they noticed that this team plays drop coverage. Right Foreman left open. And Holland just snatches it for his 6th rebound to go along with 11 points. So much talent here in the G League. Guys are just one call away from making the NBA as Labissiere leaves his 3 short. Holland, he's in
post-up situations.
Stanley Johnson on the penetration. Get that out of here. Buzelis with the block. Here comes Holland pushing it the other way, and he is fouled by Deontay. Floor with the only veteran in Gilder. 2 on the shot clock. Noel. And you hear Jason Hart telling his guys, go, go, go. He wants them to push. Noel catch and shoot in transition, and Holland takes the body, pulls down the board.
Oh, he missed Gil.
Holland gets away with the push. Ford gets away with the push off. And here comes Holland pushing the pace again. Splitting the D, tries to. Mason Jones, best 3-point shooter on the team, missing. And Holland with his 6th rebound. Skip pass. Burton, he's had the hot hand. And there's Ron Holland. Another rebound. He's got 6 to go along with 10.
No spurts for 2-3 minutes that just affect and change the game.
Oh, that's a deep one. Mason Jones bricked it.
I told you he's got confidence now.
Good outlet to Sonny. Oh, as jump. Slauson. His runner off the mark, and it's Holland with a rebound. His 9th rebound of the game to go along with 6 assists.
An overall pick.
Davis misfiring from distance. End to end we go. It's Holland. Passes it up for Pargo for 3. Cha-ching.
And even that play right there, that's kind of takes you back.
Yeah.
It stands out for being unique.
Isaiah Todd spins one in. Shot clock is off for Skip. Nearly stolen. How did that get to Gilder? Holland, great pass to Gilder.
Great extra pass by Holland.
Finally, the lid comes off the basket for Ignite.
Isaiah Miller, baseline drift, no good. Tap out by Potter. It's collected by Ignite, ahead of the floor, another easy 2. Timeout called by Coach Wojciechowski. A few times.
Now Ignite trying to get into some flow here early on. Holland calling for it, had space, gives it up to Jenkins, all alone, top of the key. You can't do that. The best shooter in the G will make you pay.
Like each other, they get along well, they work hard. That's just not a character problem.
Smith will launch from 3. That is a silky smooth stroke. Throwing it up, and Thomas. See, what had happened was Holland now coming the other way. He throws it up, and Tyler Smith shows the Clippers how it's done. Holland, he's guarding the point guard. Moon staying in front, and he got the handle. Steal, 2-on-2, and Smith jams it home with the left.
This is not times Rod saw you, and if I remember correctly, you did not play for us at Siege Hall.
I did not.
So I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was doing all those times watching you. Identify these guys when they're freshman, sophomore age in high school, and we have them, and it's like kind of the equivalent of a full scholarship. They live with us. I mean, it's a big sacrifice.
Another one of those plays, diving on the floor, tipping the basketball to a teammate, getting downhill, and finding Buzelis. And that play was all Ron Holland. He saved it on the inbounds play, and then the conferences in the playoff.
Look at that hustle by Ron Holland. Bumped by Powell, no call, gets into Norris Cole. And that's just that I'm not going to quit at.
And
Johnny, just getting those calls up and having to go between being on the road. We saw Johnny on the road for some games, for 2 of the games, I believe, and then he was called up to the Jazz. He was quite efficient while he was here, averaging 20, like I mentioned earlier.
There are 4 draft-eligible prospects to go along with John Jenkins, the leading scorer from Ignite a season ago.
Buzelis, this is what he does. The sharpshooter knocks down his first 3.
And it's great when the 2 guys that we highlight get
so badly.
And I love it. And that's one of the things that an NBA organization is going to love about him, and his ability to pass the basketball just like he shows there. Boy, wide open 3.
Add-on Gilder knocks down the 3. Ignite getting possession here. 6 on the shot clock. Holland double teamed, forced to give it up. Smith gets by defenders at the rim, finishing strong.
And look at it. Now we got a 10-point game. We talked about how much time there.
7 seconds. They get it to Holland. He's looking for the winner. Gets it back. Buzelis. 2 seconds for the win. Oh!
To close the gaps down or body him up so he can't penetrate the ball like that.
Ron Holland, nice no-look feed. Jenkins got the 3. One of the best three-point shooters in the G League.
I'm coming back, how to run an offense and get them in the flow of everything.
And Johnson and Buzelis missing a combined 13 games, each with ankle injuries. And there's Johnson right on cue, trying to get.
Lane opens up. Johnson takes it. Extra pass around the horn, finding Jenkins. One-on-one pull up from the elbow. How smooth is that jumper?
I tell you, they're really sharing the basketball. Normally, you're going to do a pretty good job defensively.
And Gianna asked Coach about that. 30 points in the paint for Stockton, and Ignite doing a better job. London Johnson in your face. Cole gets downhill, gets the double team, extra passing around the horn. That's a 2 for Jenkins. Bottom.
Tell me what is he?
Best.
I'm flying solo tonight. No Morgan Reagan. She has some broadcast work up in Sacramento for Kings Nuggets. Jenkins' tough jumper is on the way and in. So had some NBA experience with Oklahoma City a few years back as well. Jenkins with the jumper. And Lindsey Harding did not want to think Kuminga outside the Holland with 10 on the shot clock. Jenkins. That's in. Nice shot there by Jenkins. Holland. Nice pass to Davis for the flush and 1. How about Ron Holland orchestrating that entire play?
Great job of contesting that one, staying vertical with him. That's why no foul was called.
And the replay covered it up, but Holland had a nice drive, missed the shot, but the putback was in. With the 3 that rattles out. We've seen a few of those from both teams to start this 3rd quarter. Jenkins, good patience. He buries a 3.
That one did not rattle in. And
depending on how fast you drive.
Of course.
The Sacramento Kings will be at Golden One Center hosting the defending champion Denver Nuggets. And John Jenkins knocks down.
Time before you get yourself 1 shot for 2 points.
Jenkins connecting from 3. His first basket. Largest lead of the night here for South Bend. Jenkins, it's going to be a long 2, and that rattles in. That's his first bucket.
Yeah, Davis said, I'm going to rest.
Yeah. And in transition, Sonic, man. Look, I think this kid could be somebody. He's athletic. He scored 7. Holland. Skips it to Pargo. Catch and shoot 3. Oh, he knew it was down.
And you knew that shot was going up.
Yeah.
Has become a part of the game.
Yeah.
And just the way we're watching the coaching staff and how the immediate reaction to look at the replay to see if it's worth challenging. A full step or even really a half step, but just kind of that little extra effort to turn the corner. And then he was able to cover a lot of ground to get to the rim.
Pargo wide open 3.
Athletic, he can do a lot of things on the floor. Here's Buzelis, his second shot, nothing but net from downtown.
He has that ability, of course.
Holland, so fast in transition. Tyler Smith rocks the rim. And a timeout, Iowa Wolves.
I feel like those are the plays, for me personally, that really gets our team going. Who doesn't love a block shot?
And then Buzelis with the cut and the slam.
He's everywhere. Get it done on defense, get it done on offense.
Tyler Smith from the corner. That's what NBA scouts love to see, that smooth stroke from... Shot clock winding down. Holland gives it up to Pate in the corner. His jumper gets it and beats the shot clock.
Ooh, that's a tough shot.
And Buzelis will reset the offense. John Jenkins catch and shoot. And Holland another offensive rebound.
Another
Back
possession.
to Jenkins. Another one. He's not missing two. Moves the ball over to Holland. Almanza calling for it in the post. Shot clock winding down. Buzelis has to get it up. One dribble, pull-up jumper. Smooth move by Matas Buzelis. Because you have been dropping knowledge tonight.
I thought about it, but it's the traveling.
Okay. Don't say never. Dink Pate knocks down the long two.
All right, I won't say never.
Good.
You know, you're playing for something bigger than just this game.
Buzelis finds his partner Holland. Holland gets it right back to Buzelis. What's cool is that these are the NBA stars of tomorrow.
You hit off somebody's foot. No call. Outlet pass to Gilder. Back to Holland. John Jenkins. The fly-by. 3-ball. Got it.
That's a big hit. That's a huge hit to keep the Ignite alive. So you live with him taking the tough shots because, again, he's a tough shot maker.
Holland fires it over to Buzelis. And Buzelis hits the corner three and is fouled.
That's
from Gortman. Tajay Moore, who's now up with the Blazers on the 10-day. Scotty Lewis, who has debuted as well. Here's Jenkins hitting the jumper.
Game for this young prospect.
It really is. And he's shooting the ball real well.
You know who else is shooting it well? John Jenkins, best shooter in the G League. Him.
Well, they have a color code for it, and it's automatically blitz the guy with the ball to double him.
Inside Jenkins, the nice assist from Holland.
I love Ignite when they get
Mexico City, but missing the buddy is Fareed. Here comes Holland with Sané. Oh, the two-handed slam. Babacar Sané.
Jan, I have a shot blocker or a rim protector, and people just keep challenging you.
Look at the head fake from Davis. Got the manimal off his feet for two more.
Offensively, they're playing really well. Mexico City is.
Holland driving, adjusting with the left, gets his own miss, didn't hit the rim. One on the shot clock. Pargo beats the buzzer. The veteran, the steal inside. Ignite can take the lead with a bucket here. As Holland will have to regather. Jenkins, splish, splash. Comes Ignite. Holland out in front of the break. He's asking for it. They find him. Jenkins so crafty, gets that free throw line and a soft touch. He gets anywhere he...
I think they really need to attack and get a couple baskets on the first couple of possessions.
Davis underneath with Fareed flying above him.
Same action, but Davis is just not as...
Holland, he's a guard forward. He can bring the ball up. He's explosive. He can do so much for this team. Buzelis finishing with the left.
That's the young man that has shown tremendous progress.
Turnovers has been an issue for Ignite, taking care of the ball as guys get stronger as the season goes on, and Norris Cole has been a providing force. John Jenkins, best shooter in the G League, knocks down a three. Down, and Almanza. Norris Cole left open. He said, that's a mistake. I can still knock it down. Norris Cole with the 2 years with Ignite. And he's now the point guard coming off the bench. Here's Buzelis launching a three, knocking it down. Matas Buzelis with a great start. And you see night in, night out, there are scouts, GMs, executives, they want to see for themselves. Because those mock drafts just mean nothing. It's really for the fans. As John Jenkins knocks in the three. Again, with 2 seconds, Jordan Ford. Seems like every shot the Kings are taking, it's like 1 or 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Norris Cole running the floor. Shows you he can still beat guys down the floor. Jenkins, catch and shoot. Bang, bang. John Jenkins, his 5th three of the game.
And now they get into their half-court offense. Buzelis, he is always shot ready. Nothing but net. It's to play here in this first half. Ignite with the steal, trying to cut the lead to single digits. Tyler Smith with the time from Ron Holland. Lead just under 3 minutes. Holland double teamed. He finds the open Gilder for three, and he knocks it down. So the lead is down to 10, and we have life.
You have to have your guards try to sit in the gap and not allow the ball to get into the paint area so easily.
John Jenkins, best shooter in the G, knocks down the three. This is why you skip college. This is why you turn pro, because you have to deal with difficult situations, and it's how you're going to face adversity. Jenkins from straight on, nothing but net from three.
I like the way.
Again, but he blows the bunny at the rim.
It's obvious Oklahoma City is really trying to attack the rim against this Ignite team.
London Johnson knocking down the first field goal for Ignite. End of the floor. Buzelis with a block on one end, the other end throwing it down. Here's Holland trying to get downhill. Kick out, finds Johnson. Back-to-back threes for London Johnson. And look how Ignite is responding. Only two starters still in the game for Ignite. Here's Holland with the rock. Goes over two screens, finds Norris Cole. He'll launch from three, and the veteran showing teams he still can play in the...
Conversation happened in the draft rooms and preparing for the draft.
There's Gilder on the drive. Admon Gilder, one of the veterans out of Texas A&M.
You know, they seem to just run their stuff and have a confidence about what they're doing. I think. I mean, they're tough. They're tough, but they're 0-4 just like us. And
tough pass. That was a tough pass by Johnson that time.
But Holland gets it back. 2-on-1 break. Over to Smith, throws it down.
Defensively, Holland is tremendous.
Back to a 5-point game, last 2.5 minutes here. Spin move by Holland, kicks it out. This is Cole, and Cole buries the three. Norris Cole. Here's Holland now. Holland trying to dish it off. Almanza wide open for the dunk. Almanza is 17 as well as offensive. He's got 8 points now. The 5-minute mark of the first half. And drive there and a score by Johnson. Johnson with his first two.
Next three. Got that math all together.
There's Holland. Under 4 to shoot. Reverse layup attempt by Buzelis is good. Buzelis has his first. And here's an errant pass stolen away by Holland's going to feed his teammate, Sane.
Great transition. You know a timeout is now.
So the travel to get from one to the other is a lot more difficult than it is for many of the other G League sites.
Jenkins from Holland. A fadeaway corner three.
Need is for that specific organization.
Ignite has already developed 4 picks in the top 10 in the last 3 years. Basket doesn't count for Holland. He has it against Wills into Sané. And that's put in for Babacar Sané.
Not the objection.
Holland denied. Wills with the rejection. Sané, 4-3.
You work every UVA. Triple of a half. Largest lead of the night for South Bend. And a turnover here for the Ignite. How about this surge here to close this? Lakers in front by 22. Ignite ball out of the timeout. Here's Holland. He's got 24 tonight, and he'll be stuck there. Here's the turnover. Weatherspoon on the run out. The layup, no. The tip.
That you use to create your offense.
It's a 22-2 run for the Lakers. Going back to the end of the first half. Weatherspoon, another theft. Shovels to Pippen. Pippen down the lane.
Defender.
Pargo. The skip, and they say he stepped out of bounds. Holland stepped out of bounds there on the
Finds King. Going to let it go with 7. Short rebound. Holland tries to lift to the court. Bounce pass, but stolen there by King. Castleton against the prospects. Here's Castleton off balance. Falling away. How about the skill from the big fella?
Nice.
And a steal here. Pippen Jr. off glass.
Manaya with some space, in and out. And there's Holland, just outworking everybody. Couldn't corral it, but you could see there were so many bodies away, and he's the one coming out of the pack.
But just on, that's your squad.
I mean, I'm a Knicks fan.
You're absolutely a Knicks fan. I know you know a guy that was here checking out the game today. You pointed him out, Allen Houston, 2-time NBA All-Star. Watching the Knicks. And also, of course, you've got Executive Vice President of the Knicks, my guy. I call him Uncle Wes. Many call him Worldwide West, but William Wesley
has to figure out a way to take that paint away.
All right, back to Holland, but sees that mid-range area stationed away. Oh, nice job, though, by Holland. Crashes into the scores. So it's Cole running point. It's Holland who can play off ball. His kick, though, got deflected, and then Gilder couldn't corral it. Turnover by the Ignite. That is number 6 already in this first quarter.
Especially when you come off a win.
To Norris Cole, who was recently picked up for Ignite, comes into the game, and Jordan Ford with a turnover. Jenkins from deep. Offensive rebound for Holland. And throws it away.
Here's Johnson. Now to Holland. Oh, the crossover. Ball's knocked away, and it goes off the Ignite. It'll be King's ball. NBA champ, excuse me, the 2-time NBA champ with Miami Heat. That ball is blocked. And a turnover, but Colby Jones picks it off.
Smart person.
His dad, also a chef, taught him some things. He threw that one out of bounds on that possession.
It's got to be them in this one. He's got 18.
This guy practiced with the Sacramento Kings today. And Holland is called for a travel this time around. Colby.
Ignite now within 5. Holland poked away from behind. Calcaterra, the long heave. Over the shoulder catch. Weatherspoon. Nicholas fighting for it. It ends up in the hands of Holland. Ron Holland II out of Duncanville High School. Pocket pick by Junior. Has Nicholas ahead of the pack. Slam dunk.
Condon blocked by Almanza. There goes Holland leading the break.
You talked about him get it to the star, so to speak.
Buzelis gave it up. Holland tracks down his own miss. Here he comes through. And an offensive foul on Ron Holland.
I like the aggressive.
Holland lowers his shoulder, and it's Eastern who takes it away. And York riding him a little too close.
Pulling up behind the screen is kind of crazy.
Holland called for the loose ball foul as he pushed
in.
Holland, he's got the ISO back to the basket against McConnell. And an offensive foul called against Ron Holland.
Sometimes
dream job.
Yeah,
being able to design jerseys is something that I did as a kid, like drawing on the back of like food menus with the crayons. You kind of just draw a jersey and draw these different versions. So being able to do it professionally now is definitely a dream come true. And I think
cut from behind by Sané. Here's Holland down the other end, and he turns it over. Higgins sidesteps. Hodge open. Well, they feed it back to him. Into the hot hand of Holland. 7 to shoot. He's got the ball right now, and he stepped out of bounds. Lead back up to 9. Holland loses it. Him and Higgins hitting the deck, and Holland holding his knee. Now poked in the eye. 3 to shoot on the shot clock. Davis pounded by Hollins, and a shot clock violation. And then a foul He doesn't turn 19 until June. Johnson, who's 19 as well. And a travel called on Holland.
But see, again, that's a shot that you want Holland and
all this amazing beer out here,
yeah.
and to see the broad reception of it. You know, our Portland pub's been around for 5.5 years now. And then to see, you know, Portlanders be like, yes, you know, like we're.
We'll have to come out there and play him, which extends the defense.
Mexico City with a steal. They've got numbers. 3-on-1 break. Dumping it off to Farid.
You never see him complaining. Look at that. He takes the physicality there. You don't see him going to the officials complaining.
Under a minute to play. 8-point lead for Mexico City. Or that one rims out. Holland pulls it down. Holland, good vision, but Almanza can't hold on.
But that's what you want. And I don't know why more teams don't do that. And keep attacking the basket.
Skip pass, Holland, and it's taken away by Diego Bernard. Bernard dump off to Wheeler, and he punts an easy bucket.
You can't give up easy baskets in the paint. I mean, it's just.
Ron Holland's like, are you serious? I just ran into a...
Basketball in Mexico City has just grown. This franchise has done an unbelievable job of creating that. The NBA going in there has really done a very special job with it.
Shoot in transition, and Holland takes the body, pulls down the board.
Oh, he missed Gilder that time. Gilder's been playing so well at that.
Excuse me, Ford gets away with the push-off. And here comes Holland pushing the pace again. Splitting the D, tries to dish it off, and the steal go to the Kings. Holland to Sané, gives it back to Holland, and Stanley rips it away. The intensity, but also keeping it under control and still staying within the game. Still have putting stops together, and with the way Holland and Buzelis are shooting the three, there's still a chance.
We can't turn it over.
No. Stanley Johnson. I enjoy watching him play because he has so much fun playing. I mean, he's just that kind of a player.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy in the pick and roll. Davis can't get the handle. And here come the Wolves in transition. Carton's the initiator, throws it up top. And the alley-oop. Almanza tips it out, and Ignite with a third opportunity on this possession. Holland getting downhill, and he traveled.
Every call.
Holland's got the ISO, puts his shoulder into the chest of Martin, and they say he traveled. Holland tries to split two defenders, and he gets it back. See, that's the motor for
your assignment players and your two-way players and some of the guys from the Spurs roster there. So it's an evaluation about the character, it's an evaluation about the basketball fit, and then you ask yourself at the end of the day,
you're having a good night. So it changes on the night. There's good nights and there's bad nights.
Let me ask you, coming at you, who's the guy you may fear the most coming at you in a one-on-one type of situation?
In a one-on-one.
Goalie, Ron Holland. He's got that mentality like, bring it on. I can take your best.
Well, you have to have that now because it's coming.
Under 5 minutes to play here in the third. And a turnover by Johnson.
Guys with a lot of experience, they run some really good stuff. And we're really going to have to guard tonight for Ignite.
So a turnover on this end, and that was one of the things Jason Hart has really been focusing on.
My role is honestly the same, and with every team that I've played with in the G League is, you know, for them, I'd probably come off the bench. London starts and, you know, take care of the ball, push the pace, and, you know, and just see if I can teach.
This time on Champagny. Left it short. Scramble for the rebound. Holland diving. And then Swider collecting. Swider will launch again.
The Ignite. Ignite up by 5 now. Goes to Holland. Holland goes baseline. But they're going to say he stepped on the either the end line or the sideline.
53% free throw shooter completes the three-point play.
He's got 5 tonight after had 11 points last night. That ball lost out of bounds. Be Viper basketball. Now down by 7.
Both him and Mitchell with some timely threes for the Vipers.
Holland with the miss. And I think we've got offensive foul on Holland.
That was a nice basket by Williams, all net.
Yeah, now Williams counters at the other end with the 3. 5-point lead for the Vipers. Here's a steal by Samuels. Samuels running the break, 3-on-2 here, and they get it to Hinton in the putback. 14-point lead here. We see a double team on Holland. His pass is stolen by Hinton. Hinton goes up, and Holland again. Not one on the return feed from Mitchell, scores.
Nice job in the lane by Samuels Jr. Remember, you said he had 38 points in a game this season.
That's his high as we see the steal here. Tremendous vertical leap.
Do we need a G League vertical leap contest at the All-Star game?
I think so, as Holland has it knocked away. Culver with the steal, 2-on-3 break. Buzelis able to steal it.
They still have not knocked down a shot yet. You know, something interesting about this season for Jason Hart as the head coach, as Holland going through the lane and an offensive foul. So Jason Hart said, with my young guys, when they get drafted,
there's certain things that you're looking for. It's not just about the talent, but tell us some of those characteristics that you're looking for when you go after guys.
I think you have to have a skill set that transfer.
Yeah, if I'm calling for a technical foul, I'm gonna do them out. I'm trying to think of what actor I can compare myself to, but I will go down and I will walk away with an Oscar.
Both teams
Especially if I'm gonna get a tech with it.
G-League Ignite have trailed the entire evening. Holland has his pocket pick. Beautiful defense play, Christopher. Loose ball. Foul on Holland. And this will be a penalty.
Condon underneath, kick out. Manaya misses everything. Outlet pass, and Manaya comes back to steal it away. Sharif Cooper working on Johnson, and Johnson got his hand in, called the jump ball.
It's a great job.
Position that you were in just a while ago, they were the best high school prospects. So, you know, they're trying to find their way back in the NBA or get to the NBA. And now, you know, as a player, you got to believe.
And now it's a 36-game regular season to see who will represent their respective conferences in the playoffs.
Look at that hustle by Ron Holland. Bumped by Powell, no call, gets into Colton.
3 games in a row, but needing clutch plays, both ends of the floor to be able to pull it off. Watching this team continue to gel and grow. Turnover here to get things started. G-League Ignite. Christopher, the defensive rebound. 15-9 the score here early on. The Stars with the lead over the G-League Ignite. Great defensive play and a takeaway. Holland is going to take it all the way. 6'8" rookie.
Together this summer where they've gotten really close. They had the whole recovery process there, and they've gotten very, very close. And he talked about just how excited he is, how often he talks to Taylor about, you know, continuing to stay ready. And
great to see him out there as he missed 8 games due to injury. It's good to see him out there playing. Down by 8, the G-League Ignite. And they get a takeaway. Ronald Holland, very active here in this third quarter. Now some paint. Usually would knock that one down. He misfires there. Sensible on the Stars. Down by 2. Great defense. And it's Holland over to Gilder. And Gilder has it. Blocked by Kin.
Good for 3. Look at Holland running the floor. That's what he does. He's got that motor you talked about.
And it comes up with the steal, and now a 3 on the other end. And just like that, 5 straight for Ron.
He protects the rim.
So what you're saying is he's the prototypical today's game center. That's what they do. When you take away Jokic and Embiid, that's pretty much what every center in the NBA does now.
Take that paint away.
All right, back to Holland, but sees that mid-range area stationed away. Oh, nice job, though, by Holland. Crashes into the scores table. A little bit slow to get up.
The intensity on Holland's face as he stares in.
Why was I just going to say that? I was wondering if
look at him, and he gets the steal.
If his intensity is going to carry over into this fourth quarter, it definitely did.
Iowa now using the clock. 2 on the shot clock for Miller. Passed it up, and the steal for Holland.
He's doing everything tonight.
He just
Those two. They have a lot of scores, but those are the two that are hot right now.
Martin with a crossover. Holland stays in front, tips it away, and there's the steal. Here comes Buzelis. Down by 3, spinning.
Dang, that was a tough shot, but as a veteran player, you kind of expect that, you know, and I think that's a great play call coming out of a timeout.
And there's Ron Holland, known for his defense, in front of Chang, throws it down. Ron Holland.
Movement, good shot, just a little short.
Look at those active hands. Ron Holland gets the steal, one-on-one.
Another steal, another finish.
Forget about me, says John Jenkins. I was a 6-year NBA vet. I was a former first-round pick. Looked like it hit off somebody's foot. No call. Outlet pass to Gilder, back to Holland. We'll check back in for Gortman. And Higgins will inbound. Pass is intercepted by Holland. And a foul as Holland just threw it. Ashton now poked in the eye. 3 to shoot on the shot clock. Davis pounded by Hollins. And a shot clock violation. And then a foul.
Had an IPA in hand, and yeah, it hit the deck a little bit. But can you talk a little bit about the partnership and how it all came together with Backwoods Brewing and the remix?
Yeah, you know, we have been.
It's out of Chicago.
But that was a great read by Jenkins. He had the option of going either way, and he set it up for himself.
Oh, here we go. It's showtime. Ron Holland, let him know.
Yeah.
1-point game. They forced Thompson to get rid of it. And here's Holland with a steal inside. Ignite can take the lead with a bucket here, as Holland will have to regather.
Me. And just the player, everyone's good. Everyone's good at this level. So, yeah, that's the difference.
You can't say I'm going to take the fat kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Good that this would be a huge step up in competition, and that's what it takes to get better to play in the NBA. There's Ron Holland getting the steal, showing you the defense. He's going to challenge Fareed. Oh, he sucks. Holland poked it away, stays with the Capitanes, right with 5 on the shot clock. Holland stays right in front, and he picks his pocket. Here comes Ignite. 2-on-1. Holland! Oh! Look at Holland. If there's a loose ball to be found, Ron Holland is going to go get it.
But they don't listen. Stay.
Jones, 1-on-1. Blows a tire, and here comes Holland, 1-on-1 against Slauson. Rip-through move. That's just alive. Johnson, he sees the smaller London Johnson, so he wants to back him down. Holland comes over for the help, and there's the steal. Give me that. Holland, 2-on-2, rising up. Oh! Holland staying right in front of Jones, and he picks his pocket. Give me them cookies. Without for the final shot, 4 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Holland right in there again, takes it away, his 4th steal of the game. But that third quarter belonged to the Stockton Kings.
3 charges in the game, you know, and so for a guy at the top of the boards like that to bring that level of intensity just innately, I think is really exciting. And then he's, you know, as all these guys, they're learning how.
And that time when he tries to drive, you got to be in the lane and take away his driving lanes. And again, you talk about Holland defensively.
Holland tries to split 2 defenders, and he gets it back. See, that's the motor for Ron Holland that people don't realize.
Coming at you, who's the guy you may fear the most coming at you in a one-on-one type of situation?
In a one-on-one, there's a couple. I mean, the NHL is such a good league, but you got to name a couple players. You know,
he loves you, the Golden Knights, and thank you for supporting Ignite.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Logan Thompson, the goalie for the Las Vegas Golden Knights, in the house.
All right.
Off the mark. Shackelford, and he loses it. Ignite with the rock coming the other way. Smith.
A tough pass. That was a tough pass by Johnson that time.
But Holland gets it back. 2-on-1 break. Over to Smith, throws it down.
As all 4 of the points scored for the Ignite in this second half. That pass was tipped. Ron Holland, head of steam, finish. On the other end, Skyforce let one get away. Season. J.C. Butler, that is the son of Karan Butler. Ooh, that was off a shoe. Games down in Texas and continuing that hot streak. Swider got caught in the air, gave it away.
Gets into Williams' hands. He's had the hot hand most of this half. Does a little give and go with LeCue. Lost the handle though, and a 24-second violation.
The ball. It's in the paint. That's why the timeout was called.
To your point there, Spalding chases one down. Ball stolen away by Holland for the Ignite. Now in the hands of Chubbell. He had 9 rebounds before that moment. And here's an errant pass stolen away by Holland. Going to feed his teammate, Sane.
Great trend.
By Almanza. Almanza was 16 in the game. Closing in on his season high of 22. Here's a steal. This is Holland. Lost control. Finds Almanza, who is fouled. And here's Mitchell with the rebound. 3-on-3 break. His pass was knocked away. Stolen by Holland. Here's Cole with an 8-point game now. We're in the last 90 seconds. Williams drives, splits 2 defenders, has it stolen away. Here's Holland with it. It's a 3-on-1 break. And Holland.
Gillespie has his pass taken away by Holland. Numbers for Ignite.
Remix up by 3. Anaya, nothing but nylon.
Now he's got to defend against Minot. Martin from the wing. And a good closeout. 18 points from Ethan Almanza. Miller, he'll launch from deep. Left it short. Ignite with Chang protecting the ball. Good D by Buzelis.
Another offensive rebound.
Maldonado will step into a 3 and rattle it in.
Haskell, Eric Ellig, and Caitlin Versosa. And we are off and running on Pride Night here at the Chiles Center. Antoine Davis kicking things off from...
Do this for in the first season, the inaugural season of the remix being in the NBA G League, but do you have bigger aspirations in graphic design?
He's a 6-year NBA vet, former first rounder with Atlanta. Agins into the lane, finding Demoy Hodge, a newest remix edition. Welcome to Rip City. Ignite has struggled, but again, they're one of the teams here in the G League where the record is not as irrelevant as other teams.
Here early on, you already can see his athleticism in comparison to just about everybody on the floor. Just 18 years old, but my goodness, he's got the tools to be as old as anybody out there with just his athleticism, his strength is just next level, man. He's a special talent.
Antoine Davis catch and shoot, not that time. Rebound by...
Work on their bodies, obviously their games as well, and get healthy. And they certainly look fresh coming into this one tonight. As Antoine Davis does it off the pick because his ability to shoot the three-pointer, that every once in a while he decides to roll and there's nobody there. And by the time you get to him, it's too late.
Here's Holland guarding the best player for the opposing team. That'll be Ethan Thompson, leads this team in scoring. Left that one short. And there's Kenneth Farid. You know, because you spend so much time around each other.
I mean, like, I'm not too far in age from these guys. So, I mean, we do something. Being in the pool all day, it kind of helped my, my recovery for my joints and, my bones to be strong. So, and gymnastics also just building strength. So
follow through of putting the ball through the rim, touch the rim, and affect it.
Thompson catch and shoot, left it short. Jenkins trying to poke it away from. Every time Jenkins shoots it, I think it's going in. Every single time.
Well, he has that form and follow through.
There's Jenkins tipping it. Kobe Jones with the shot clock winding down again with 2 seconds. Jordan Ford. Seems like every shot the Kings are taking. Under a minute to play here in this third quarter. That's Slauson. He shows them all. His second 3 of the game. He's got a team high 18 points for Ignite. Burton, he'll launch. Buzelis with the rebound. Largest lead was 27. It's now down to 15. But an offensive. Here he is, Lance Stevenson, a 10-year NBA veteran. Stevenson launching his first shot, and he misses from 3. Tipped around.
Plays those angles extremely well.
Will Davis in 27 minutes, 17 points and 8 rebounds in his first start. And there he is with
both ends that we talked about.
You know, but you hear the word culture. Well, that's really what you do is help create the culture, you know, and that's what these kids all
seek that out, and they want to play with other great players. They learn how to play next to pros, get to their strengths, play with other players' strengths. You know, that's what
Lance Stevenson, catch and shoot. He can still.
The fans need to understand, this group has not had a chance collectively as a unit to play a lot of games together because of injuries.
That was great help D by Buzelis that forces the Wild.
Protectors, but you can't give people free runs to the basket off the dribble drives.
Watson Jr. missing the shot from the outside. Buzelis with a rebound. One of the things they were focusing on in practice yesterday, talking defensively, making sure more people are vocal, calling out the switches, calling out the assignments.
Try to attack that rim.
There's Shackelford. Pump fake, gets himself into the lane, the kick out. Deep 3 taken by Maldonado, and there's the stop. Game. Shackelford. That was a tough one.
Yeah, but
Bouye off the screen. The kick out. Daniels. 3.
Holland had a big game last night, led the Ignite in scoring with 23 points. Their leading scorer averaging almost 19 points a game. Missed by Spalding. Williams goes up for the rebound. Williams in just his 3rd game with the Vipers, spent most of the year with the Rockets and finally the league in steals, as are the Ignite. Here's Williams. Finds Culver. Culver misses the 3 and the rebound. He's had about 13 years as a coach.
I think maybe 3 with the Ignite, something like that.
Yes, 3rd year as the Ignite coach. By the way, we saw a score.
Isaiah, Todd, and David Stockton.
Ignite, not the best free throw shooting team, as we see a 2-point try 5 before halftime. Samuels with it now, 10 to shoot. He's going to find Hinton. 3-point try goes in and out. Opening minutes of the 3rd quarter. It's the season opener, basically, for the second half of the season.
Window. Ford, the catch and shoot from the wing.
Many people for so many different reasons, and there's a lot of pride from this area, and I think it is a terrific tribute here tonight. Sensible has it dialed in. 4th quarter for this team that has won 4 of their last 5 and looking to make it 5 out of 6. Kinsey, another answer, and it's a 1.
Has that ability right now as an 18-year-old.
Condon underneath, kick out. Manaya misses everything. Reese, another three off the mark, and Almanza.
10 of them have come here in this quarter. Bah, cross-court pass to Junior, and he walked with it.
Inside they go to Eastern. Holland doubles to kick it out. Holland guarding Minot, and look at Holland getting the stop. Although they're here teaching younger guys, he's also playing for a potential spot in the NBA.
And I think that's one great thing about it is he's a vet. He's been here. He's played at the best level. He knows what it takes.
Him and online too.
Right. One thing I like to see from them is to get a little more inside out. You know, it's easy to get that pull-up three whenever, but to really go inside.
The high flyer.
The elevation is ridiculous.
There's Jang, finishes at the rim. He's got 12.
So we really took inspiration from the classic original Trailblazer jersey design with the iconic pinstripes going down across the side. And then we also used this recent city.
Anyway, so why not pick that path, you know, to play against the best?
Has anything surprised you in being here with the... Well, this King team doesn't have a permanent low-post player. So that works to Ignite's advantage.
Ford will launch with a shot clock winding down, and Ford has to reset. Shot clock's at 7. Holland defending Jones, pounding him right on top of him. A double block. Buzelis. It's Lawson. His runner off the mark, and it's Holland with a rebound. His
feet set. He just has to learn to get his feet set on all his three-point opportunities.
Johnson, that's a walk. He just ran with it. Almanza. Burton had it stripped out of bounds by Holland, and it went off of his
travel, the lack of sleep, all those things. He said coming from high school, you know, this is a lot to deal with, but overall he's learning a lot about himself on and off the court, and he's ready for the challenges. But guys,
Giannis and Victor on Thursday night was probably one of those nights that people will talk about for a long time. And what's really,
I can tell you as a coach, a lot of coaches would not have the same patience in teaching and understanding what they're trying to do that Jason Hart has.
Well, it's hard. Off the drive, Holland called for the bump.
Was this year, in fact, he was second in three-pointers in the showcase portion of the season, but missed that one. Here's Culver. Culver in and out, almost had his third consecutive, but it dropped down to 5 to shoot. Now he's cut off. Pass to Culver, has a little bit of trouble there. 1 second to get it off. Was not able to hit the rim.
26 in the third, so the Vipers doing a good job defensively, slowing down the Ignite here in the fourth.
In the last 5 minutes, as Culver misses, rebound 2 minutes on the clock. There's Hinton, he'll find Williams. Williams drive inside. Over Buffalo, it's a miss inside by Buzelis. And back come the Vipers. Inside, and again, it's Williams off the feet from... Definitely missed the free throw, though. 3 for 5 on his free throw attempt. Here we see Williams driving and scoring.
Well, I think both football teams, though, won their bowl games, Kansas State and Kansas.
Wonder when the last time that happened.
Yeah.
This quarter.
Vipers have had good balanced scoring. 7 players in double figures, 3 off the bench.
Inside, Williams misses.
He'll be a superstar from day one. You know, this draft class is not about that. There's not a superstars in this draft. They're great possible role players, especially guys like a Ron Holland.
Do acclimate themselves to an NBA game.
But if you liken it to a season ago when you start talking about Scoot Henderson, Scoot Henderson is drafted to be a franchise.
Oh, he has, yes, he has enjoyed his time in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada with his Ignite team. I want to learn a little bit more about NBA Academy. What age do they identify?
14-point lead.
Smith splits the D and no way, travel.
Yeah.
To Curling Kinsey. terminates the dribble, back to Sensabaugh, the pull up, he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Been great all night, has it deflected. Great defensive play. Holland back in the game with 5 fouls. Kinsey gets it to go. A big answer.
Used a little too much. Shot clock's down to 3. Harkless with Holland on his hip, and Holland got a piece of it.
Opportunities as we are back, second quarter underway. Ignite with the flashy unis. It's summer and winter theme night here tonight. As Ron Holland is called for the foul with Lester Quinones.
The handoff to Goodwin. Shot clock winding down. Jones has to make something happen. He drives and finishes. A nice take. You have Tyler Smith and John Jenkins. Shot clock's winding down. Ball's knocked away. Good defense by Darlin. Here's Holland. Look out! Chance playing physical. Here's Ford. Jones behind the back with the dribble, going to work on Holland. And there's a foul called.
Physical and active on the defensive end.
Ford with a nice floater. Great job with that dribble.
He's just one of those solid stat fillers type players. Veteran player knows what he's doing out there.
Junior on the ISO, switches hands mid-air. What a move there.
He had really a good pregame warm-up going on with his coaches. He's really having a good stroke out there. Did a really, really good job. Yes.
Pippen, the skip pass. And they're going to get Weatherspoon for a travel here. If that's questionable.
I'm going to break the news right now. He's not playing the second half.
Castleton, the rebound. Here's Ba. He's played well tonight. Kicks it over to King. Shot fake. King in the lane. The reverse. No. Castleton in there for the.
Usually would knock that one down. He misfires there. Sensible on the Stars. Down by 2. Great defense. And it's Holland over to Gilder.
Going from downtown, too. We knocked down 6 triples. 28 points for him. Here's Goodwin from beyond the arc. That's no good, and Johnson tracks it down. Defensively, too. Holland, aggressive defense, rips it from Ford and jams it home with a...
I mean, but that's just their standard all around. They make sure to bring in guys that are serious about doing the work.
He's aggressive on that play. Turned over, but he goes back to Stockton.
Shooting that long ball, shooting it well. After, what, 14 points now? Is he picking up where he left off in that first quarter?
Oh, look out. And Smith re-enters. A tough start to this season here for London Johnson. He's found himself in foul trouble both games. He's junior.
Holland now guarding Miller. Holland, he loves guarding the opposing team's best player. Look at him challenge. Oh, wow. Now they get the clear out. Martin gets to his right. And here comes Holland. Ignite with numbers. Here's Jang, who's on triple-double watch, and Holland goes down hard. Offensive
movement, good shot, just a little short.
Look at those active hands. Ron Holland gets the steal one-on-one.
Condit, it's kind of complimentary for him as a big, though, because he has 4 guys who can make plays, whether it's shooting the ball or obviously Ashton Higgins, who's not.
His game is, can he develop a consistent jumper? The athleticism off the charts. Ashton Higgins off the mark for 3. Loose rebounds. And lead now down to just 1 for Rip City. Scotty Lewis all the way. Holland denies Lewis. Sane leads the former two-way guy with Charlotte. Second-round pick out of Florida in the SEC. Alex Reese. Good to see him back down on the floor. Ashton got poked in the eye. 3 to shoot on the shot clock. Davis pounded by Hollins. And a shot clock violation.
It's out of Chicago.
But that was a great read by Jenkins. He had the option of going either way, and he set it up for himself.
Uh-oh, here we go. It's showtime.
Offensively, he has been really eating Mexico City up on a lot of their action.
Thompson. This is his 3rd start of the season. He's responded.
Yes, he has. He understands what's expected of him. He does a good job with that.
The ball has not been able to get inside for Mexico City. Lewis, a deep one, and Fareed will be. Buzelis with a block, but they say he got him on the wrist. Good that this would be a huge step up in competition, and that's what it takes to get better to play in the NBA. There's Ron Holland getting the steal, showing you the defense. He's going to chop
up and help him tremendously.
Jordan Ford, he's just for those games, but man, did he put on a show.
But here's the difference. Like back in the day, when I was in college, like Earl the Pearl, Clyde Frazier, guys wanted to dress like he's more explosive and he's taller than those guys. He doesn't have to stretch the floor like he does against bigger, stronger people.
Nice job by Ron Holland. Blowing well, you got to show them their love too. We approach 6 minutes to play here in this first quarter. There's Holland again getting his hand in, and he did it again, Coach.
Offensively, when you're in games like this, John, if the ball starts going through the basket for you, it picks you up. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes
Martin leads all scorers. He's got 30. Here's the dribble handoff, and they did it again. Ron Holland is just, he loves you, the Golden Knights, and thank you for supporting Ignite.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Logan Thompson, the goalie for the Las Vegas Golden Knights in the house.
You guys did a great job of moving the ball, and we're scoring more off the pass than the dribble. And I don't know if that was something consciously that you brought or were doing, but
I learned something.
That's why veteran teams talk, young teams don't.
Johnson plus the foul.
He's a low.
In Williams' hands, he brings it up. Playing only his third game as a Viper. He's spent a lot of time with the Rockets this year. Goes up and scores. Created just a few years ago. Basically, those players who had been traditional one-and-done players at the collegiate level, the NBA decided, well, let's create
9 points.
And we've had already 4 lead changes and 2 ties in this tight game, or at the halfway point of the first quarter. 3-point try for the Vipers here by Darius by Almanza. Almanza was 16 in the game, closing in on his season high of 22. Here's a steal. This is Holland. Lost control.
Sharif Cooper working on Johnson, and Johnson got his hand in, called the jump ball.
So I've known him since that age, but on another show last night, would not let the Warriors lose.
You know why?
Why's that?
That 3-point consecutive game streak ended.
This tries to turn the corner, but cut off by Holland. Now here's Kinsey with some room to operate, and Kinsey nearly.
Here averaging 20 like I mentioned earlier. But then you go and get on that flight and go and meet the Jazz. And that's all a part of the journey. We always talk about.
Defensive end of the floor. That's one thing about Ron Holland. He's not going to allow his offense to determine what else happens to him throughout this game. And now on this possession, and that's something that the film shows. Again, we talked about the beginning of the year, especially for so many of these young guys.
Get that out of here. Ron Holland with the swat.
For the last few years, here's Quinones. Little fake on the step back. Create separation. Tough shot. Good D by Holland. Almanza.
He's 1 of 10 shooting, so a tough night from the field for Johnson. Good one. The drive and the kick. But no, there's going to be an offensive foul. Nearly loses it. He's defended by Johnson. Screen comes from Labissiere. Colby off the dribble. Gets inside the paint, misses. On the
way that he keeps attacking, it doesn't matter if it's throwing it down for a jam or just making everyone else's life a little easier for his G League Ignite squad. That's what he's doing tonight.
He's mad at himself. He's shaking his head going back down corner. Why not step on that line?
Here's King. Misfiring.
And he gave a little swipe, and just enough to knock it off Holland.
Here's Junior on the blow by. Count it.
Zealous in his maturity now is that he doesn't need to force it. He's let the offense come, and he's locking in defensively. Nice take there by Tyrese Martin.
And I think that
a 3-point lead for the Wolves as Ignite looking for their first win here in this regular season. A deep one from Martin, and Buzelis on the board.
those two, they have a lot of scores, but those are the two that are hot right now.
Martin with a crossover. Holland stays in front, tips it away, and there's the steal. Here comes Buzelis. Outside of the coaches, outside of the coaches.
Oh, that's a tough one. Because any person I name, they're going to say they don't talk. So I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
Okay, I won't put you on the spot.
Able to finish the second chance bucket. That's why he is who he is. Projected to be a potential top 5 pick in the 2024 draft. But that guy is who he is on the other end. Obviously, the second time able to get the ball to go off Sané's leg. But you just got to always be careful when he's around. And look at him getting downhill.
You know, you got to grow up quickly. Being down in Henderson and got to get into the gym early. Hagens tried to put Buzelis on a poster, but in the first half. Gortman around the Condit screen. Gortman taking it on Buzelis, and he draws contact. Remix and Ignite in this first half.
This is a matchup I like right here. Holland and Hagens.
Hagens down the lane, missed the layup. Condit keeping it alive.
On a piece. Right, Foreman. He'll try one from deep. Right, Foreman has had
a welcome party for sure. They're going to go hard. They're going to be physical. They're not just going to let a rook come in and just do anything.
We're talking about last game. It was Ron Holland flirting with a triple-double. Tonight it's been Ipan Almanza. Perfect from the floor and the free throw line. He's got 14 early on as Sané rips it down, but the steal there by the fourth. Punched by Holland, and it was off of Thompson. Look at Holland. If there's a loose ball to be found, Ron Holland is. Jones, one-on-one, blows a tire, and here comes Holland, one-on-one against Slauson. Without for the final shot, 4 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Holland right in there again, takes it away, his 4th steal of the game. But that third quarter.
Set the tone verbally with action and help them, help teach them what that looks like, what that feels like from a value standpoint and a habit.
And it's been reciprocated both ways. He's done things and gone out in the community on his own because he feels the importance of what that.
In the Valley, they're going to love themselves a old alley-oop.
Yeah, one of the most spectacular plays in basketball as Culver drives in, rolls off the iron.
And in that first quarter, but since then he's been quiet.
And here's Hinton. Didn't get it to drop, missed his last couple of 108-102 our score. As Williams drives inside and is fouled. The Q, one of those players who didn't play college ball, played at Brewster Academy in New York. Shot clock on Harrison. 2-point lead here for the Vipers, trying to extend it here. Nate Williams drives, just misses that rebound to Sané. Both teams with 14 fouls, under 5 to play in the first half. Drive here by Williams, and Williams is fouled.
But the biggest thing that I emphasized to our guys was do what it is that you do and be great at it. Don't try and be a different player just because the lights are on and the scouts are in the building. So,
I mean,
what makes you say that?
Because he's playing off of energy and he's just playing off of hustle, but he hasn't figured it all out yet.
40 apiece after Almanza hits that free throw.
Stevens. Oh, another pass. Stevens on the other end. The Ignite with some nice defense the last couple of possessions. Oh, and look at the recovery. It was knocked away, but count.
Manager Monty McNair here, along with assistant GM Wes Wilcox. You got members of the coaching staff, and Ford has that one. Looked like it could have been rejected, but no. Look back was in by Almanza. 64-48. Here's Burton. draws contact, gets an offensive rebound, battling with John.
League works, Deuce. It's so easy for these teams to get back in it if you're not making sure you're not doing the right things on the other end of the floor.
The dude did a nice job to get in the paint, but a tough.
Nice Euro in the lane. The little runner won't stay down for him. Rebound tipped right back to King. Bounce pass, Castleton over everybody.
Iowa now using the clock. 2 on the shot clock for Miller. Pass it up and the steal for Holland. 3, Shackelford pushes off. Ignite force a tough one, but McConnell with the offensive rebound. The dish off, Starkey, and there you go, Kia, you said it. Offensive rebound.
We'll check back in for Gortman. And Higgins will inbound. Pass is intercepted by Holland, and a foul. And
one against Davis. Buzelis forces them to get it out. Thompson flying through the lane, and he is fouled on the wrist. Well, right now they need to get the defensive end going here. Down by 2. Here's the pick and roll again. Backdoor cut, and Lewis, the easy jam. The stretches Ignite have that kind of let games slip away.
Yeah. See, too easy a shot, although he missed it. Offensive, but that's the same action.
Backdoor cut. Thompson, he loses his man, London Johnson. Easy bucket. 6 as we start this 4th quarter. Stevenson driving baseline, dishing off to Keels, adjusts midair and puts it in.
Yeah. And again.
So London Johnson's earned himself some more playing time, and as he stays on the floor here in this 4th quarter, Buzelis, get that out of here.
And that time when he tries to drive, you got to be in the lane and take away his driving lanes. And again, you talk about people movement. When they get in ISOs where they have to get their shots off the dribble, it becomes a little bit more of a struggle.
Backdoor cut, effective there. Nice job by London.
Every possession.
Johnson's 3 short, rebound by Jang. Running over. And an offense.
Games down in Texas and continuing that hot streak. Swider got caught in the air, gave it away.
Trying to go one-on-one here against Almanza. Almanza blocks it, goes to Mitchell though. Fires it back to Culver. Oh, missed the turnaround. Now, and there we see Jenkins again, continues with that hot hand. It's his 3rd 3, has 9 now. There's Days inside as the Vipers try to counter quickly. Almanza there.
It's in the paint. That's why the timeout was called.
To the point there, Spalding chases one down. Ball stolen away by Holland for the Ignite.
This event is so special because everyone is in the house this entire week.
Absolutely, and Mike Ansley beside him, who has been elevated to general manager of the Cleveland Cavaliers, but you know
that win.
But I think there's extra motivation here when you look at all the executives. In the
Ron Holland with the swat.
Ron Holland has.
Uh-oh. Lob! And Smith lays it in at the rim.
Great to see him out there as he missed 8 games due to injury. It's good to see him out there playing. Down by 8, the G League Ignite, and they get a takeaway. Ronald Holland, very active here.
A couple 30-point games in the mix.
Here's the outlet. London Johnson. Ignite has cut the lead down to 4. Inside, laying it in is Deontay Burton.
6, so maybe some of that momentum, 4th quarter momentum for the Ignite carrying over to this evening. We see Hinton now with it, and Hinton's going to drive in and score again. Up to miss by Babacar Sene. He's out of Senegal, just 20 years old. And here comes Williams again, high off the glass, couldn't get it. Samuels bounces it out to Williams. Williams trying a little razzle-dazzle there in the paint. 8-point game now. We're in the last 90 seconds. Williams drives, splits 2 defenders, has it stolen away. Here's Holland with it.
More aggressive and more physical.
There's Yuri Collins, another bench player just into the game for the Warriors. Shot clock running down. Deep 3, 2 rather, with a foot on the line.
Back-to-back wins on the home floor. Ford behind the back with the dribble. He's going to work on Holland. Holland not intimidated, but Ford gets by him. Nice recovery by Almanza with the block.
Yeah.
Other three there. He's now 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Here's Weatherspoon over cross. That one swatted away with a goaltend. Out to King. Thought about letting it go. Instead puts it on the deck. 5 on the shot clock. King in the paint. Trying to get some room. Falling away. Good. He had to work for that one.
Offensive rebound goes to McConnell. Ramsey. And a reach-in foul called against Holland. Holland poked it away, stays with the Capitanes, right with 5 on the shot clock. Holland stays right in front, and he picks his pocket. Here comes Ignite. 2-on-1. Holland! Mason Jones can. Stanley Johnson. Tough take to the rim. For the first time for Ignite. So John Jenkins is on the floor with 4 prospects. Shot clock winding down for the Spurs. Tipped away by Holland. Those active hands. But
much in love with all French people at this point in our organization. So he checked a really big box for us. And obviously, you know, if CD
makes it. Maldonado getting downhill again, but he blows the bunny at the rim.
Cashes in on the other end. 14-point game. Alondas Williams, the bucket.
This season, so.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about the process of trying to craft the Rip City Remix IPA and just the decision makers behind that.
They've seen things before, and they've proven on the second game of a 2-game that they're better than they are the first game.
Pargo said, I didn't touch him.
22nd defensively, but during the road trip, they were 9th. The most blocks per game the last 5 games. On Jenda, sky and high for a 2-hand jam on the
Not somewhere as nice as Phoenix. Good help D by Darlin.
A derogatory statement saying that it's Tyler Smith. The ceiling is really high.
Yeah.
La Biciere. He's doing chin-ups down there.
Yep.
King there with 2 hands for the rebound. King slips a pass in there to Castleton, and he's fouled on his way up by Johnson. That's going to be number 4.
He did not have a 3 on Monday. He's got his first in this series. Higgins to Condit. Boy, Ashton just getting around the defender and forget about me, says John Jenkins. I was a 6-year NBA vet. I was a former first-round pick. Looked like it hit off somebody's foot. No call. Outlet pass.
Oh. Rejected twice by Comanche. The outlet to Ford. And he's rejected by Holland. It's a block party in Stockton.
Hamilton looking for Castleton. Spins baseline. Holland is there. Is able to rake it away. And here's a turnover. Weatherspoon. The nice crossover. Weatherspoon down the lane. Leaves it behind. Castleton hanging. No. Stays with it. And puts it back up and in. And now Weatherspoon.
His first steps. And I mean quick. That was really good. He just skinnied himself through there. And got underneath and made a layup.
Oh, give me that. Ron Holland with the block.
So now they're awake.
Lead up to 9. Holland with 6. And Quinones, he has 7 tenths of a second, flips up, blocked by Holland. How about that?
Hard ever.
I know Kendrick Davis isn't exactly Frederick Weiss, but wow, for a year in college, rather. That was...
And lead now down to just 1 for Rip City. Scotty Lewis all the way. Holland denies Lewis. Sane leading the pack. Babacar Sane.
Just all basketball.
Yeah.
You were in gymnastics. You were in swimming. What was that like as a child? And now here you are playing at a high level, playing hoops.
I actually got a lot of help from playing those type of
fourth. Punched by Holland, and it was off of Thompson. Holland. Labissiere with his back to the basket. Dumps off to Jones. No. Holland with the rejection, but out of bounds. It'll stay with the board. Has to reset. Shot clock's at 7. Holland defending Jones, pounding him right on top of him. A double block. Buzelis, Holland all over them. The Kings don't. Burton had it stripped out of bounds by Holland, and it went off of his knee for the first time for Ignite. So John Jenkins is on the floor with 4 prospects. Shot clock winding down for the Spurs. Tipped away by Holland. Those active hands, but McCoy gets it back.
You guys did a great job of moving the ball, and we're scoring more off the pass than the dribble. And I don't know if that was something consciously that you brought or were doing, but I just thought that you guys were really effective.
14-point lead here. We see a double team on Holland. His pass is stolen by Hinton. Hinton goes up, and Holland again, not wanting to give up easy points, hustles down.
Buzelis stripped. Andrew Funk throws it up for Key.
We almost got funky again.
Off the bench to score 12. Pickett. Good defense by Holland.
This event is so special because everyone is in the house this entire week.
Absolutely, and Mike Ansley beside him, who has been elevated to general manager of the Cleveland Cavaliers. But, you know, that shows you how important it is.
That win.
But I think there's extra motivation here when you look at all the executives. In the
Ron Holland with the swat.
Ron Holland has impressed in all.
Gilder will reset the offense, and a steal. Quentin Rose, and the help by Ron Holland comes back with the block.
Ron Holland continues to show, and that's something that the film shows. Again, we talked about the beginning of the year, especially for so many of these young guys.
Get that out of here. Ron Holland with the swat.
See, I had to lay out because I knew what was coming.
Minaya with the steal. Rupert running the floor, and good D by Holland. Holland getting the offense from the top. Kings have numbers. Ledoux, give me that! Ron Holland comes flying out of nowhere.
Big time block.
Oh, the jumper, short, and Ford has it quickly to Burton. Burton challenging Holland, and great defense by Ron Holland. Manager Monty McNair here, along with assistant GM Wes Wilcox. You got members of the coaching staff, and Ford has that one. Looked like it could have been rejected, but no, they're calling that basket interference.